And they're back. Hello,
Yay!
lovely people. Happy New Year. It is... Hang on a second. I think my mic's very quiet. Hang on. How's that? Yeah, that's better. That's better. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome to Sunday. It's Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. We're back, having had the best part of a month off for holidays and just generally recharging. And of course, in true us fashion, we all forgot that we leveled up at the end of last year, so everyone's frantically running around trying to choose spells and things whilst we were getting ready. So,
don't know what you mean. We're definitely not still doing that.
Just start as you mean to go on. Yeah.
There's too many to choose from.
I know, and you guys are level 9 now, so it's all very exciting. Hope everybody's well. Hope you had a lovely holiday period. If not, it's behind you. We're moving forward. It's 2023. We can do some amazing things going forward. My name is Chris. I had the absolute honour of being the games master and world builder for this homebrew Dungeons and Dragons adventure, and I am joined by 3 absolutely amazing people. I'm going to start with Charlie because you look like you're less scrabbling around looking for things.
Frantically trying.
What are you talking about? I'm definitely 100% ready.
We're totally fine.
Everything's fine. Hi, I'm Charlie. I use she/her pronouns. I am an illustrator and a writer and a lecturer, and today I am playing the appropriately chaotic Aisling, who is probably also scrambling to sort out her shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wayne, are you okay to go next?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing the mother hen Dragonborn Rock in today's game.
That is accurate.
I was not expecting that to be where you came with that one. And Theo, would you like to go last for today?
Hello, I am Theo. I use they and pronouns, and I am also an illustrator, and I will be playing the slightly awkward wizard Eugene.
Amazing.
Blessed boy.
I use he, him pronouns as well. I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up. So, a couple of bits of admin before we jump back into the game. We are using a new system. So far so good. We're using a different way to capture ourselves. We are using Twitch's brand new guest stars facility. So everything seems really nice and stable. Look at how wonderfully beautiful all my cast look. They all look wonderful. It's
Guest stars.
yes. So if we do have any technical difficulties, please bear with us. We have a backup if anything goes horribly wrong, but we're fairly confident it's going to be good. And the whole idea is to try and make us all look a little brighter and sharper for you all. Second bit of admin. There was something else I was going to ask. Gone. Obviously not important. I'll think of it later. If you like what we do and you want more D&D in your life, I mean, it's a bit questionable at the moment, but these guys are great. You should pop over to our friends at Wicked Game. They stream every Wednesday. They are in the middle of their Divisia school-based run, set in their DM Lydia's homebrew world. It's very, very exciting. Currently, they're working their way up to a beach episode. Who doesn't love a beach episode, eh?
Gotta love a beach episode.
You gotta love a beach episode. So, please do pop past, give them support, and tell them what we sent you, because we love them to pieces. Another group of people we love are currently on a hiatus, but that just means to give you a small chance to catch up with everything they've been doing, and that is our friends Dice and a Slice. Dice and a Slice are a D&D podcast set in a world full of pirates and strange islands. That sounds right up your alley if you're here. And deep mysteries and very, very conniving gods. It's very, very good. We really love them to pieces, and we thoroughly recommend them. Also, big shout out to our friends Mates of Fate, who run a concurrent D&D and other streams, raising a lot of money, and they like to share with various charities, including LGBTQIA+ charities who help out with the community stateside. They're also really, really lovely people. We love hanging out and enjoying this space with them. Yes. Did I forget anything? Is there anything else I am missing?
There's something happening in the chat right now where we're getting raided.
Oh,
hello!
Hello!
Oh, hi.
Perfect time to raid us, everybody. It's
Lovely
Friends.
dungeon delves.
Was that Dungeon
Thanks,
Delves?
Dungeon Delves.
Hi, Dungeon Delves. That's amazing.
Thanks, pal.
Let's see.
Welcome
if
to
I
the
can
chaos.
give-
What a good way to start the year.
And we haven't even begun.
I know.
You
I know
ain't
you
ready.
timed that perfectly. See if I can give Dungeon a shout out. If you are not already following Dungeon, please do. Dungeon is a creative artist, does a lot of YouTuber related graphics and the like, and runs various different games, including the amazing Exalted from
that's
occasion,
cool.
which is what we were talking about. So they're lovely people too. So
100%.
It's true. All true.
let's see if the shout out is working. Nope, it's not working. Okay.
Nice.
But if you click on them in chat,
I'm
you
trying
can
to
right
Yeah.
click on them. You can just follow them there. That's really quick and easy. And I will totally go and fix that later and not
Get that in
forget.
post. We're not live, it's fine.
So, I guess with that, all that is left for me is to run our brand new titles.
How good is that?
Oh dear. Wayne and I have been sitting on that for months.
What?
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that. Thank you so much, Wayne, for helping and being patient, because whilst we were trying to put that all together as well, because we were playing with things that we'd never played with before, and it was very fun, but very, very, very cool. So yes, so we now have our own titles, inspired by our friends and other streams as well. But I guess we should probably start the game. Last time on Some Other Heroes, our three friends have been travelling the world. First of all, to collect their brand new skyship, and then to crew it. Eventually getting information they needed to find the first of the Sky Temples, the mystical places that keep the very scattered lands they live in floating above a protective barrier from dangers below. They travelled to the mystical forest of Malwind. They met some of the residents of the local town, and then travelled in with a strange and fierce Firbolg, Fulton. Some misadventures were had, and they learnt a lot more about the forest and its residents, including meeting the Archdruid who had sworn to protect it, one Sib. Fights occurred, encounters with strange fox-like creatures, giant lynxes, a huge millipede, which became less of a problem once Rock shrunk it down to size, and other Firbolg travellers have led them to the temple they seek, wherein Alabaster, the demon in Ashling's head, urging, they inserted the puzzle box that started Ashling's adventures into a strange ancient device and opened a mystical portal, stepping into something completely unknown to them. I am going to start this year with a question for each of the characters. And I'm going to start with Rock. Out of the top of your head, Wayne, can you tell us what Rock's greatest hope and greatest fear are?
And just off the top of my head, yeah.
Yep, just like that. I didn't tell them I was doing this, by the way.
Nope.
I completely dropped them in.
No problem. I think Rock's greatest, probably easier to start with Rock's greatest fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rock's greatest fear is, in a sort of metaphorical sense especially, but is this fear of being trapped.
Interesting. But not in a physical sense, more in a social sense.
Yeah, I think the physical is also something that he doesn't like, being restricted. But it comes from that kind of feeling of needing to be able to escape, to move, to explore. So I think that would probably be his fear, and I think his greatest hope. I think Rock's greatest hope personally is to leave the world with stories.
Interesting. I like both of those. Eugene, what is Eugene's greatest hope and greatest fear?
I think his greatest hope is to be able to do something of worth, like to make a difference to the world and to his friends and the people around him.
Yep.
And I think kind of in the opposite to that his fear is of insignificance, so like not fulfilling his potential.
Interesting. Thank you very much. And last but not least, Aisling.
I think her greatest hope is to keep having new things and places to discover, like to keep moving forward and to keep finding new and different things, like really different things. She doesn't want to use an analogy, she doesn't want her like map to run out.
Yeah.
She likes to, her hope is that it keeps getting bigger.
That's
And
right.
I think her greatest fear is that she'll accidentally or otherwise like lead to some part of that map, something that she's discovered getting destroyed or being something terrible happening to it, and it would be her fault because she isn't fully aware of what she's able to do at the moment.
That's interesting. So sort of like, you know, that whole sort of consequences. That feels very fitting because recently, obviously, Aisling met someone who she thought she trusted out of hand and then turned out to be quite dangerous.
I think that's what's definitely added to this, or sort of created this fear, is that her sort of autopilot didn't work well that time.
Ashling is now scared of strangers.
Strange.
I wouldn't go that far.
Stranger danger. Amazing. You find your minds all touching on these sort of elements of yourself as you feel it's a very familiar feeling. You guys are teleported quite a lot now, and that push and pull at the same time as your existence is shifted. There's that kind of popping in the ears as pressure changes, and a sinking feeling as you find yourself like moving from one place to another. Lights flash around you like a stream of energy that's very unfamiliar, almost like you're moving through something. And then you all pass out. Rock. You are having a dream. It's a pleasant dream. I think that you're back with the carnival and you are walking through the menagerie with the Kryn, talking through some of the new acquisitions. And you pick up what feels like a strange bird, like something that you've not seen before. And it's got like a hooked beak, which it nuzzles into you and starts picking at your scales. And then you, ow, that's quite real. And you open up your eyes and you find that you are laying in a glade in a strange forest. And there is indeed a magpie with blue and black feathers just picking at your scales, cleaning behind where other people have their ears. They kind of just...
Ow, 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 ow. That's not necessary. That's not... I'm perfectly... Oh, you're rather pretty. Oh, stop it. Just get off.
As soon as
You're
you...
sparkly. Magpie wants sparkly.
As soon as you start flapping around a bit, he kind of, this magpie just kind of, and just lands on the stump and kind of looks at you a bit and then caws in that way they do and then flies off.
I'm just going to look around, not even standing up, just kind of look carefully around to see where I am and if Ashling or Eugene are near me.
You seem to be in just like an open woodland glade. There is a very strange, slightly purple light coming through. But other than that, everything looks quite normal. You would almost say that you were in the floating forest, except for the trees look too small to what you're used to.
Do I see Ashling or Eugene?
You do. Laying in the long grass, face down, hat over the back of his head is Eugene, like splayed out.
That's so mean.
And Ashling is hanging from a tree branch.
No, never mind. That's mean.
Okay, I will immediately... Rock's just going to get up and rush over to... I assume Eugene is closest?
Eugene is closest, yeah.
Rush over to Eugene. But while doing that, we'll yell towards Ashling. And I'll rush over to Eugene in... I think Rock's probably quite concerned, and we'll kind of rush over and roll Eugene over to make sure he's okay. While yelling, Ashling, get down from that tree. Eugene, wake up. Ashling, get down.
Been here 30 seconds and I'm in trouble already.
So here's the thing, like, Ashling, I think you're not too difficult to wake up because it's not a natural state for you anymore. Like, sleeping is not a natural state for you, so I think
you've just been hanging wide awake in the tree.
Yeah, like a bat, just like, this is cool.
I'll just wait here.
Yeah.
Eugene, however, I feel like too many late nights with books kind of make you feel a little sluggish. And you can hear Rock in the distance.
You nerd.
But I think you need to be shaken awake.
I don't want to get up yet.
Oh,
5 more minutes.
For God's sake, wake up. I don't know where we are, but get up. You had me worried. Now, where are we? Ashling, ask Thingy where we are.
How am I hanging by this tree? What am I hanging by?
You're just laying along a branch, and I think it's one of the things. In fact, I will make you roll. It's very low, but I'll make you roll a dexterity saving throw as you snap to a wakefulness.
I knew halfway through that sentence of asking you a question about this, a dex throw was going to be on the horizon.
Yeah. First roll of the year. First roll of the year.
9.
No pressure.
It's not enough, I'm afraid.
Uh-uh.
I said it wasn't a high DC. I didn't say that it wasn't a DC worthy of.
Did I fall out of the tree then?
You kind of wake up with a snort and then don't realise that you are on a tree, and you kind of start falling automatically.
Okay, cool.
Other than a small bruising and to your buttocks and your ego, you're not harmed in any way, shape, or form.
As soon as Rock hears the thud of Ashling landing, he's going to turn around and say, "For goodness sake, would you stop playing the fool? Come here."
What? I was up there. Why was I up? I don't know. What? Why am I in trouble?
Well, you're not. Where are we? Ask you. What's Alabaster? What he should know
Oh
where
my
we
God.
are.
Okay, give me like 4 seconds. I just fell out a fucking tree. Okay, wait. Okay. Abaster, I'll say in my head.
Sleeping, go away.
No, wake up. Wake up. No. Up. Up.
Ooh, do you want me to take your magic away? I'll take your magic away if you don't.
I know.
What?
I know. What?
Some of
is
us don't get
going
to
on?
benefit from having coffee.
Oh my God. For God's sake, you're like a teenager. What is going on? Okay, I just fell out a tree and it's very nice here actually. Okay, no, right, focus. I just fell out a tree and and we walked through the portal thing and where are we?
Look around for me, please.
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
All right, I hang up.
What did he say?
He made me look around like a twat and then said he didn't know where we were.
Well, yes, I saw the looking around. Anyway, but if he doesn't know where we are, wasn't his box the one that opened the portal?
Yeah. And he
Great.
acted all offended that I dared to wake him up and ask him this question.
That's fair enough. Eugene, do you have any ideas? I'm assuming that we're not at home anymore.
Well, yeah, I think that's probably safe to assume. If I have a look around, can I see anything?
Yeah.
Interest?
What you can all do, actually, I think, Eugene, if you're kind of trying to locate where you are, I'll have a survival check off of you.
Could I do a similar sort of thing, please, based on the many places that I've been, if I see anything familiar?
You can do, or you can take a perception check, because something is...
They're the same modifier. I'll do a perception, I think.
Okie dokie.
I got 18 on the survival, by the way.
Okay, cool.
I got 22 on perception.
Nice.
I got on perception 18.
18. So, each of you get a little bit of different information. I'm going to start with Eugene. You do not know where you are. This is nowhere that have been seen, and you are fairly certain that you would recognize landmarks. There are no islands in the sky. Just this very strange... The sky is there, but it's kind of like this perpetual sort of dusk, like slightly purple light. Everything's very pleasant. The trees are much smaller than you are used to, or where you were most recently. And you're kind of, as you're kind of like looking around, this feels, and you kind of cast your mind back. This feels like when you arrived on the island that is now Parshkik's island. It's that sort of feeling.
Oh shit, we need to find a gnome. If the gnomes work, we're okay.
Excuse me, has anyone seen a broken gnome?
Wayne, What Rock spots is, as he's kind of glancing around, he trying to take this all in. He watches a pulse of energy kind of go from the roots of the tree through the ground and out down into the forest itself, and then it comes back and up the tree. And then you kind of look around a bit more, and it seems to be happening. It's very subtle. It's almost just like a slight discoloration of light, but it happens on all the trees on a regular basis. It's almost like a heartbeat. Aisling, you notice, as you're kind of closest to it, the tree that you fell out of is quite a big tree compared to some of the others.
Yeah,
you
I
notice
can,
this
I can tell
hairline,
based on the bruise.
yeah, you can hairline crack, sort of starting to seal, just kind of the last remnants, and the color is the same color as the portal that you stepped through. And as you kind of notices, it kind of with a small pop.
Ugh. Ugh.
Eloquently put, Aisling.
Ugh, did you guys see that?
See
What?
what?
The tree just went. There was like a split in it, and it healed up. Ooh. Can I go up to it and poke it?
Yeah,
I do that.
feels like a tree.
Okay, it's still like it's not squishy.
Well, I do know that there are certain druids who can make use of trees for travel. So perhaps it has something to do with the portal. Although I don't know how you go back through it.
Well, it was the same color, like that bit. It was like the same color.
Is
The,
the portal still there?
Nope.
Oh,
okay.
But it would explain how Aisling ended up in the tree and the two of you ended up like a few meters away, face down.
was the portal in the tree?
Quite possibly. You're kind of getting that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's also a strange energy here. There's kind of a rhythmic sort of pulse of energy going into the ground from the trees and plants and then back to the trees and plants.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, it's not something I have really seen anywhere that we've been, so I mean, not that I expected us to be going anywhere that we've seen, considering we just stepped through a huge monolithic portal without any preparation or planning.
And then got spat out of a tree.
Wait, Aisling, is this what the Feywild looks like? Are we in the Feywild?
Is it?
You've never been to the Feywild because you are material born.
That's so embarrassing.
Because
Don't
well,
even know what the Feywild looks like?
like
Cool,
you've
yeah.
never been to the Feywild because other than the Elder Fey, nobody has.
Oh, it's because I'm
would I-
youthful. That's why.
Would I have read stories of it at all, given my kind of knowledge of stories and myths and things?
So I think you would have heard, like, so this is me sort of thinking in terms of lore. I think you would have all read stuff about the Feywild, but I think with the state of the scattered lands and what caused the ascension, I think it's all skewed through this is a terrible place where horrible things come from. This is where the Fey gods, even the Fey, ran away from there. Like all this sort of reference to what you now know is the AL. So actual physical depictions of what the Feywild would actually be like, probably very short supply.
Can I see any pathway out of this kind of glade or anything towards a horizon? Sort of, if we wanted to leave here, is there an obvious direction to go?
Make a survival check for me. All the rolls early.
Could I help with that because of my
Yeah.
navigational skills?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I give you advantage, please?
Survival in the wild, Rock's natural habitat, obviously.
Oh yeah, he's seen soil.
Ooh,
He's aware of farming.
Yeah, he sawed dirt this one time.
a 19.
A 19,
Hey.
that's really good. There is actually, from where you are standing, you can see there's a hill, which would give you all enough of advantage that you could probably get your bearings. And it looks like there's a fairly, not a path, but like an opening in the forest that is easier to walk through to get there.
Right, well, shall we head towards higher ground and see if it gives us a better view of things?
Sounds like a good place to start.
As well, I mean, as good as any. I have to admit, this is not what I expected. I kind of half expected to end up in the realm of shadows and dust or something similar.
There's
Yeah,
a lot
me
to dive
too.
for.
I mean, it's quite pleasant, apart from a slight sort of sense of foreboding hanging over everything, but that may just be me. Right,
That's your standard practice, though, isn't it?
all right, just because we're somewhere different, there's no need to be rude.
Can I have everybody's passives again, please?
18.
18?
Perception,
Yes, please. Yeah, and we'll start with perception. We don't.
a 13.
13?
11.
11.
Oh.
I always feel like I'm embarrassing you when I'd say that. It's not. What's your passive investigation, though?
That's 19.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah, feel better.
Damn. So if you're looking, you can find anything.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But I can't note. I don't notice things.
No.
else.
See, I'm the complete opposite. My investigation's so much lower than my perception.
Well, I'm crap at both.
Woohoo!
Ashling, can you roll me a perception check as you are traveling?
27.
27. So you easily pick up on that pulse that Rock was talking about, and it kind of seems to be happening in any of the larger plants. This kind of like the string of energy coming back and forth. You also notice, not everywhere, but every once in a while, there seems to be these little tiny, almost like parts of the forest that seem to be dying, but there doesn't seem to be a reason for them, like little bushes here and there that have kind of withered in on themselves, or like a flower that is kind of, all the flowers around it are fine except for one of them, which is already died, and even though it looks like it's about the same age.
I don't poke them.
No, but you kind of see little bits of this, and you actually even go past a tree at one point that has like definitely looks like it's got wood rot, and it's going to die within the next few months.
Okay, I will point these things out as we go.
Question. Sorry if you've mentioned this already, but is the flora like recognizable? Like, does it look like plants that we have seen, or are they like weird face-eating
Space plants.
Good question.
Oh.
I think I might have a nature check for that one though, if that's okay.
Ooh.
Lots of dice
It is.
early on this one, I think.
27.
Ooh.
Hey!
Yes and no.
Great.
So here's what you find. As you kind of, I think it's hard to, because probably every single time you sit down to kind of have a closer look, right, Rock G's you on. But you do get a closer look at some of the plants and things like that. There are some very familiar looking flowers, but it's almost like these are slightly older versions of them, or the ones that you are used to are from the same family. The trees are all slightly smaller. The bushes are like less thick, and so even the flowers, those, because you get lots of different types of flowers. They look like they are. You don't want to say weaker, but like smaller, like less hardy.
Okay.
Also, you notice that both your companions and you are finding it slightly harder to breathe.
Oh.
Don't like that.
It's not like you can't breathe, it's just like the air's thicker, heavier.
Like we're
somehow.
really
Thicker.
high up somewhere.
almost
Like
the
that.
opposite. Like you're,
Oh, okay.
and I think with that role, I'm going to let you call it. It's almost like, and you kind of imagine this, and because your brain kind of does like these lovely connections beautifully. That's one of Eugene's skills. You imagine this is what the air must be like on the surface.
Oh, interesting.
Piss.
Where you live, you are used to the air being very thin. You're all adapted to having like much thinner air. So it's not that you can't breathe. It's just like it feels like you're kind of going through a very humid patch. Everything is a little warmer and the air is harder to take in. And it's not that you can't move and you can't move about, but it's just making you a little breathier than you would normally be.
Interesting.
Shite.
You make your way up to the hill and it's quite high up, and there's one single oak tree in the middle of it. And you cast your glances around the forest, and you can see an edge, like a barrier to it all, like a purple shimmer that kind of keeps this pocket where it is. But into what you must assume is the south, you see a large stone structure completely covered in vines and overgrown plants and things.
And can we see just to the edge of where this purple shimmer is, or can we see through it or anything?
Can't see through it, you're just to the edge of it.
And how far is this kind of enclosure?
You would probably estimate it's about 50 square miles. So very big.
Okay. Good. Theo's like, I have no idea what 50 square miles.
But you guys have travelled so it would take you a good few days to cross this on foot.
Okay.
But it's small enough to feel contained, but it's big as well.
And this stone structure is the only kind of big landmark that we can see.
Yeah, I mean you can have a closer look to see if there's anything else.
I think I definitely would. I'd be like squinting, trying to see.
We'll have them perception checks again.
All right. 22
14.
for me.
14 and 22. Thea, Eugene doesn't notice anything other than that. Aisling kind of does see a couple of other overgrown pillars on the way to the temple, as if there was something else there that it's been overgrown, like a pathway or a road or something.
Okay, well, I'll point them out and just be like, well, those pillars are like leading to that big thing. So maybe we should just follow them. I can't see anything else.
I mean, I suppose so. Maybe that will lead us to the temple, that we're looking for, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a temple within a temple. Temple
Wait, are we
section.
looking for a temple though? We're in a temple, and that was what we were looking for.
Yeah, but maybe that's just like the gateway.
Yeah,
The
it was
temple
just like
entrance.
the entrance, wasn't it? Like a very unnecessarily extravagant entrance.
with a magical box key.
And now we're in a bubble? What's going on?
I'm not sure.
Why are we in a bubble?
I guess we head towards the temple and see if there's any other clues there.
There's nothing else we can do. Unless you fancy firing a fireball at the bubble.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm joking. I'm gonna walk towards the pillars.
We do though, don't we?
You can't know that.
Chris, before we leave from the raised area, can I have a look around with the intention of trying to spot if there's anything that feels, I guess, anything that feels familiar.
Okay.
Are there landmarks or, particular mountains in a direction or anything like that that is familiar to any landscape that I've been in that I could kind of go, oh, those look like X mountain or that looks like X something?
I'll have a survival check for that one.
Must be. Are you sure I can't persuade things to show me?
If you roll 30 plus, you can persuade a rock.
Okay. No, I'm okay. That's with survival, yes. So that's a 19.
19, that's good.
16 plus
What you're
3.
complaining about. Yeah, you are absolutely certain you are nowhere that you have ever seen or been before. I think it's at this sort of time that you start to notice that the same thing that that Eugene noticed about the plants all seem a little bit smaller, little weaker, tinier. Not weaker, but less hardy.
Less hardy or younger?
Not younger. They all seem fully grown.
I was going to ask the same sort of thing.
What if we're like down, on the ground?
What,
Is that possible?
like down, like underneath the shield, down?
Yeah.
That wouldn't
I mean,
be.
nobody goes to the surface or has been to the surface or what remains of it for a long time, as far as I'm aware. So we could be there we didn't know the temples existed, so it stands to reason that nobody knows that this exists if it's on the surface. Is it possible it's something that survived?
I mean, I suppose so. Maybe this barrier is what protected it.
Yeah, because we can't see anything outside of it. Who knows what's outside of this thing?
I have no idea. Well, perhaps we should head to that structure and see what's there.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
Actually, Chris, sorry, one other thing. Could I just also look around at hearing as well to see if there's anything living? Like, are there animals or birds or anything else apart from that one when I woke up?
Carry over. Yeah, the forest is alive. You can hear insects and birds and animals. I think with the earlier survival check, that ridiculously high survival check from earlier as well, that you've seen animal tracks. There's probably some things that are a little unfamiliar to you, but nothing that looks too big or aggressive.
Okay, but it's not sort of unnaturally quiet or anything.
Oh no, it feels like a natural habitat.
Okay. Right. Well, shall we?
Yeah.
You start making your way down the hill towards what you think you're kind of guessing is the south, and it's just based on the way that the light has been projected from the shield. You keep moving probably a good hour or so before Aisling, you notice that you are being followed.
Oh, fuck it.
They're cautiously keeping their distance, but they're not as good at hiding as they think they are.
I think I'd let them continue their ruse for a few minutes and see what they do.
Literally just keeping an eye on you all.
Okay. Can I tell? But did I hear it or see it? What?
You hear someone moving behind you, just kind of. And
can I hear whether they're like big, heavy footsteps or little ones? Like.
Cool. I think we will have a perception check whilst you hone in on details.
Okay. It's 10. No, 12.
12. Hard to make out, but you do hear a rustle of the bush as they kind of like, as you kind of turn to see if you can see, you hear something probably roughly humanoid sized kind of dive into a bush.
Oh my god, they're so unsubtle. Okay. Okay, I think I'll Because I'm assuming I'm walking at the back then, if I'm the one that can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll speed up a wee bit and just walk alongside my compatriots and be like, not to alarm anyone, but there is something that's been following us for a fresh minute, and they've not done anything bad. There's someone following us. I say this very quietly.
Did you say someone or something?
Just like footsteps. So
Is this one of
not
those-
a snake?
Is this one of those occasions where I shouldn't look around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably not.
Just keep looking forward.
Okay. It's really hard. I really want to turn around and
I
look.
know.
Okay.
I know.
Don't do it. Don't. Because you might startle them, and then who knows?
Okay, but what do we do? What's the plan? Do we just keep going?
I can turn around.
Do we like all turn around at once and be like, "Ha, got you"?
Well, probably not that one.
I won't tell anyone.
Excuse me, Alexa.
Sorry,
with
that
a
was
bit-
my Google.
Google's like, yes, you should turn around. Use Fireball.
Maybe somebody can tell us what to do. Why don't we stop for a second? Because to be honest, I'm getting a bit tired. We could just sit for a few minutes and see if they sort of get closer to have a look at us, or
Yeah, how about we stop and I'll be like, I'll go and find some berries, and then I can like wander in their direction and see if I accidentally stumble across them.
Sure.
Okay.
Great. Okay, should we just stop here then for a bit? Because
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we'll just sit over here in this.
Yeah, I'm so tired. Let's stop for a minute.
Make a persuasion check with a disadvantage.
What? No.
For the really bad acting.
What do you fucking mean? That was very believable acting.
Hey.
That was still an 11.
Amazing. Let's just... I haven't actually even got my dice out to see how bad a DM I today. They got higher.
How dare
So you... I will have... so you are you kind of leaving the others and going for a walk?
Well, no, I was just announcing the fact that we're going to stop because
Yeah.
we're tired.
Cool. Well, you guys all stop up for a second, and it's probably a good time to have a little break, grab some rations, and get your bearings a little bit.
I'll empty whatever stale, nasty food is still in the bag.
I would like to sit so that I'm actually facing the direction we came from, so that I can kind of nonchalantly try and just see if I can see where they are or whether they go around us or anything like that.
Awesome. Roll me a perception check.
14.
Cool. Meets his beats. You watch as a small, sort of halfling-sized, maybe it's a little bit smaller creature. It's kind of furry, kind of walks past holding a branch. It's kind of too deep in the shadows to see clearly what it is, but you do see like quite stubby little legs, and what looks like a big floofy tail as it kind of like moves over sideways. And it kind
Are
of,
they trying to do the thing where in Slapstick they hide in a shrub?
Yep.
And they just walk along in a shrub? Okay, cool.
but they've kind of picked up a branch and now they're moving towards a shrub where they're kind of sinking out down.
So our follower is attempting to hide behind a twig. Not doing a very good job. I don't.
Well, unless they're a stick insect, it's not going to work very well.
Yeah, they should probably. You should tell them that. I don't feel like we're particularly under threat from them, judging by their skill in surveillance. But they don't seem to be getting any closer.
Okay.
Perhaps we should
I'm
just.
gonna, whatever we're like eating or drinking at the moment, I'm gonna like create a fourth plate of it and just put it behind me. Just be like, not looking behind me, just be like, just in case you're hungry or thirsty or anything back there.
Can I, in my kindest voice, I am going to yell out and say, do come and join us if you'd like. We're very friendly.
Yeah, I
And
didn't cook
try and
it, so it's
persuade them
edible.
to come over.
And like this little tiny shadowy figure kind of peers out from behind this bush. How do I know you're not going to try and eat me?
Well, I was going to ask you the same question. You look quite ferocious.
I'm vegetarian, so
And Ashling only really eats cheese.
yeah.
Okay. He slowly, very cautiously walks towards you, just keeping an eye on you in case any of you kind of reach for weapons or stuff. And walking into it, about 2.5 foot tall, is a. Standing on their hind legs is. You initially think it's a badger, but it's got a long tail and red furs with black rings around it and a little spotted face. To the viewers at home, you would recognise a red panda,
Oh my god!
but
Wayne's face.
our friends have not met a red panda before. So,
God.
and you do notice that they have, they kind of are wearing a shirt that's kind of loose, like kind of loosely thrown together, and have like a satchel over one.
Oh, they're like Winnie the Pooh.
And they are carrying little knives, so they're not
Oh,
completely
shit.
defenseless.
Winnie the Pooh's packing.
But they're cautious. They're still holding their twig out, their kind of branch out in front of them, and they kind of move towards you, and then kind of get close enough to the plate to kind of snatch it up, and then kind of.
I am going to prestidigitate and just sort of clear some leaves and stuff away next to us so that there's sort of a space for them to sit. I'm just going to kind of clear it and just say, oh, feel free to sit, over there. I'm going to make sure it's not so close that they feel trapped, but that they can sort of feel comfortable.
They kind of clutch the plate and then kind of peer just to make sure it's not a trick, and then sidle slowly over and plonk, but they kind of like watching you the whole time that they're pushing things into their mouth.
So I'm Ashling, right? And that's Rock, and that's Eugene. Do you have a name or anything you'd like us to call you?
No, he never gave me a name.
Uh,
I don't think he thinks of names, but they're useful. You can call me Red.
Red is perfectly suitable. Who is this he that you mentioned?
The Allcaster.
The Allcaster. Oh, that's a rather grand title.
I'll immediately ask Alabaster if they're related.
What?
Because I keep doing this.
I feel like Allcaster is a title, Alabaster is a name.
Yeah, but it's got like a stuff at the end. Like, are you related?
It's got stuff at the end, and that's why you might be related.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to ignoring the fact that you're all eating without me again.
I love the fact that I'm interrupting him. Sorry. Just sitting there knitting or something. Like, what do you want?
Sorry, this all caster is he around?
Well, yes. I mean, I haven't seen him for a long time. Well, you see, those of us who are out here, like, keeping an eye and trying to protect everything and keep everything growing, we haven't heard from him for a long time. Not since the bad things sealed the temple.
We're quite new to the area.
Oh, I know. We all felt you arrive.
Oh, hey, I'm not
you
all
what,
right.
sorry?
I know I've put on a bit of weight, but like,
It was when you fell out the tree.
yeah, let's watch what we're saying, all right?
What? No, we all felt the magic.
Just a quick follow-up question. Do you often get visitors?
No, no, no.
Have
no,
you ever
no,
had
no,
visitors here?
yeah, no. That's why I was following you. You see, because you're not supposed to be here, and I don't know how you got here.
No. Well, we're not 100% sure where we are.
Oh, you're in the Allcaster's domain.
Yeah.
The temple of life.
Okay.
The Temple of Life.
We're in a temple. All of this is a temple.
Oh yes, but there's also the main shrine, which is very important, and that's where the Allcaster is.
Is that the tall
that-
structure that we were headed? Oh, okay. That's where he is, you say?
Yes.
But you haven't seen him in ages. So is he not there, or?
Since the bad things sealed the temple.
Yeah, what's that about?
Oh, they're ever so nasty. So, a long time ago, there was a war, and lots of bad things came and tried to destroy everything or make it their own. So the Allcaster agreed to protect everybody, and he made this, which keeps us all safe. And but some of the bad things from the Cold One managed to sneak in, and we've been fighting them ever since. Only, and he kind of looks at his little knives and goes, "They keep coming back."
When your Allcaster, when they protected you all and tried to keep the bad things out and defeated them, did they do anything else? Were there other people outside of this magic that?
Oh, I mean, I wasn't present for it, but I understand the Magi helped.
Okay.
But you'd need to talk to Allcaster. I only know a little bit. All of us familiars only know a little bit.
Oh, you know a hell of a lot more than we do. So.
And you've been most helpful. Thank you very much for sharing your information.
And thanks for not stabbing us or anything. That's cool.
Thank you for not eating me.
You're welcome.
Oh well, the day is young.
I hit Rock on the arm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You have someone like me with you. I just wanted to check they were all right.
I'm just like looking
I'll
around,
get
like,
I'll get Pocket out of my pocket. He's all right, right?
Yeah, he's fine. In fact, you kind of get him out of your pocket. He's still asleep.
Yeah, he seems fine. This is Pocket. Pocket.
Is Pocket in rat mode at the moment?
Sorry.
Is Pocket in rat mode?
Yeah. So he's just kind of in Eugene's hands, and I think he'll kind of like poke him awake.
Red kind of puts the plate down and kind of scrabbles up on all fours, and then kind of peers over the top of your hands, and then Pocket just kind of like sniffs him back. Oh, that's quite beautiful. And he's chosen to be with you. And looks at Eugene.
Yeah. I know I don't look like much, but we're friends. He very kindly agreed to come with me.
This is a very kind familiar. This one, and you're very lucky because we are very particular about who we make pacts with. I think he, at this point, like Pocket will jump and kind of run around and sit on his head.
Oh.
You can see he's sort of twitching into Red's ear, which is kind of like turned so that Pocket can talk directly into it. Oh, he says he's very proud to be in service to you.
Yes, see, I'm just going to elbow Eugene when he says that. See what he just said? They don't just choose anyone. They only choose exceptional people. So stop with the don't look like much rubbish.
I see. And he hopes one day you can visit him in his real home so that he can thank you properly.
Well, that would be awesome.
In his real home?
Yes.
Oh, where is his real home?
Yeah.
He takes him off his head and puts him back in Eugene's hand. Pocket, is one of the servants of what would you know? Brother Moon.
Oh,
Well, that makes sense,
Not
I
at the
suppose.
moment he's helping Eugene, but when he's not a familiar, Eugene doesn't need him, he helps Brother Moon out. He comes from that place.
that's cool.
Anyway,
And have you always been tied to the Allcaster? Is that where you are from?
How many familiars has the Allcaster got?
less than when we started,
Oh,
but there's only about 50 of us left.
what in
And
this
they sh-
whole dome situation?
And some of the animals are very smart and they help out where they can, but we're the only ones that can exact the Allcaster's will.
Oh, wow.
Right, well, I read in service of Allcaster, promised to help deliver you onto the shrine.
Oh, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
I feel like the
Most
Allcaster
welcome.
wants to talk to you all.
Oh,
Do they?
okay, that's good because I think we probably want to talk to them as well. So,
Yes, so interesting. Okay, and kind of stands up, goes, a weaver of the world, and kind of points at Eugene, and kind of points at Rock. Oh, you know the old words. That's very interesting. And then kind
they're
of
calling you old.
No, he knows the old words. He knows the words before the weave was created. That's very, very
Oh,
exciting.
don't worry, Ashley. One day you'll understand what words are.
And you are touched by shadow, but the good kind.
Okay, I'm glad that last bit was on there. Okay.
Interesting. Oh, well, I think the Oldcast will be very pleased to meet you. If you have finished your lunch, I can guide you through to the shrine.
Yes, thank you. Just to check though, are you sure that the Allcaster would like to see us? I mean, you said you haven't spoken to them for a long time.
They're not going to like squash us or anything, are they?
Well, if you came from the outside, that means that you have a reason to be here, and the only person who really knows what here is and how it works is the Allcaster.
Okay.
And you're sure they're still here?
I can still feel and maybe the Weaver can explain things to you better. But when our creators die, we go back to our previous service.
So the fact that you're still here indicates that the Allcaster is still around.
Yes, that is what I think.
Okay.
Okay, good. Well, that's good. I'm sure we'd love to have a conversation with the Allcaster.
Oh, you'll like them. They're really, 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 really nice.
Good.
That's a lot
Good.
of reallys.
Very, 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 very powerful.
There's also a lot of fairies.
And they're responsible for keeping this barrier active.
Yes. No. I think it's complicated and much more than my little brain can sort of explain. It's kind of them and somebody that they care about. It's
Okay.
right. Anyway, you're going to go straight across the marsh if you go this way. So we'll go around that if that's okay.
Oh,
Unless you
yes,
particularly
Yes, please.
like
No,
marshes.
no marshes. No.
Nah, no leeches. I'm not about that life.
We will happily follow your lead.
Mm-hmm.
And he bounces to his feet in that way that red pandas do, and then kind of starts waddling down the path in front of you all, pulling his shirt down as he goes.
Has he got a little backpack?
No. He's just got like
Damn it.
He's got a little
He's got a little
satchel
satchel.
on his side.
A little satchel and his.
/ make him a backpack.
He's got his satchel and his sling of murderous weapons.
Yeah. He does
Oh,
every
yeah.
once in a while. You kind of do stop, and he kind of tuts at one of those plants that's dying, and he cuts it out and then puts it in his satchel.
Mr. Panda.
Red, yes.
Yes, Red. Sorry. Well, we have noticed that some of the plants appear to be sort of dying or
Yes.
not as good as the others. What is that? What's causing that?
Well, Green suspects it is either because Green's older than the rest of us, so he knows.
Green is another familiar.
Yes.
Right.
Green suspects that either the bad things are doing it, or the Allcaster, the Allcaster is losing some of its power.
Are the bad things sort of just in the woods around here? And
Mostly they stay near the shrine now that they've sealed it, and we can't get to the Allcaster.
oh, I see. So they've sealed the shrine so that you can't get to the Allcaster.
Yes. They do chase some of us familiars and some animals down occasionally to eat.
Oh,
Eat a familiar.
what do they look like? These bad things.
Not the way they did when they first arrived. When they arrived, they looked, and they kind of point at Eugene, like a little like the Weaver, but taller and gaunter, with horns, and he points at Aisling, like yours, and a presence, and then he points it at Rock, like yours. Definitely not pleasant, but they've changed because
Rude.
they died, and then they came back and they were different.
Oh,
So what do they look like now?
yeah.
Rotten,
Ooh.
Oh,
poisonous, bad. We try and stay away from them.
Yeah.
That sounds like a wise move.
so how likely are we to like run into these things?
You want to go to the shrine, yes?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Almost 100%.
Cool, cool,
Right,
cool, 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 cool,
okay.
cool, cool.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. It might give us a better idea of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, just before we die, we'll have a great idea of what we're dealing with.
Says the satyr that stuck a magic puzzle box into
So
an
it's the same
unknown
thing as stuck a
bottle.
magic punch book in your mini.
Hey, if you two don't stop arguing, I will turn this satyr around.
You can get out and walk.
I'm going to say very loudly to Eugene, I think Aisling hit her head when she fell out the tree.
She hit everything when she fell out the tree.
Mainly-
if the shrine is sealed, that's what you said, right?
Mhm.
The shrine has been sealed. So how will we talk with the Allcaster?
Mm.
Well, I'm hoping a weaver, a speaker of word, and then an ally of the chained god chained king will know how to do that, because it's beyond my ability.
Oh, I see.
How do you know that?
What? You smell?
How do you know that?
You smell like them.
See, I told you spell.
Oh, that's interesting.
What does it smell like?
You smell like dust and shadow.
Oh,
And cheese.
And cheese.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
definitely
I'm gonna-
cheese.
I'm going to take my small perfume spritz out and just spray Aisling. Just put it away.
my natural musk.
Oh, it's certainly
Imagine
natural.
a Joe Malone fragrance of dust and shadow.
Exactly.
Oh, the dust and shadow.
Mm. Very niche Yankee candle, that one.
And these bad things, just before we run into any, is there anything that they particularly dislike?
Mm.
They seem to dislike things that are alive that they don't control.
Oh, weird then.
They dislike
Anything that
being here, and they dislike being cut off from their source of power.
Okay.
That's what
So
they-
I guess
everything.
I was more kind of hoping that, I don't know, is there something that they're particularly
vulnerable to?
Yeah, that's a good word. Yes. Like any kind of
Subtle.
magic that might, you know, hurt them more than other things.
I don't know, but we haven't a lot of magic amongst us familiars.
They've got a nut allergy.
I could do this, and he kind of holds his hands together for a second and really concentrates to the point where you're worried that something's going to burst, and then a little spark of energy jumps between his hands.
Ooh.
Oh, That seems
Rock is going to melodramatically leap back in shock.
Oh,
my God! That looks... Well, don't do that. You could explode everything. That looks very powerful.
I mean, it looks like a spark.
Yeah, but it was like
It's very
nothing.
powerful.
But and Green made us all talk, so
Oh,
that's
good
their
job, Green.
skill.
Are we going to meet Green?
Well, yes, because we're going to skirt around the marsh, and we might need Green's help.
okay.
Right.
And he waddles on ahead. It kind of goes on for another hour or so, and you do notice that there's kind of like a mist coming across the floor, and things are getting a little murkier, and even more humid, which is starting to get a little uncomfortable for all three of you. Ashling's fur is just...
Oh no, I'm frizzy.
Actually, he looks like a hamster now.
Oh!
And you do come down to what looks like the edge of marshland. And Red kind of wanders over, and he pulls back some reeds and things like that, and there what looks like a proper fishing spot that someone's built there out of old planks and like dead trunks and things like that. He clambers onto the edge, and he kind of scrambles up to one of the posts, and he stands on one leg and looks out for a little bit, and then he pulls out a little tiny stone, which he throws, which skims across the surface 2, 3, 4, 5 times,
Nice, 5.
and then he waits. And you watch as 2 big yellow eyes surface on the water and come slowly towards you.
Oh, I think we're about to meet Green.
Oh my god.
What comes out, initially you think it's a dragon. It is long, very, very scaled, with spines going down in 3 lines, short legs, and a wickedly cruel looking long snout that could with
It's a
sharp
crocodile.
teeth.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's a crocodile.
Oh my god! I love crocodiles so much.
And Red hangs off, and this thing comes very close. It doesn't talk so much as there's a rumble of energy, and you all hear in your heads, "Ah, the intruders. So Red found you first."
Ooh, how does Alabaster feel about that?
I'm going to respond telepathically if possible, because I think if I heard a voice in my head, that would be my response. And just say, well, it's very, very nice to meet you. Red has been most kind, but we're not intruders. We have not come to intrude, but rather to see if we can help.
That is fair, and I can see that now. One of you holds a key, a way in. Yes?
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Anyway, my name is Rock. This is Ashling and Eugene. And you, I take it, are Green.
Yes, I am Green. I hunt the swamps, I keep things safe, and I eat the things that need to be eaten. That is my duty.
That's a pretty good job. That's a pretty good job.
Red trusts you, so I will help you. You wish to get on the shrine?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I think so, yes. I believe it would help if we could talk to the Allcaster.
they pull themselves onto the shore, and you can see they're a good 15 foot, 20 foot long, and about 10 foot in the widest part of their body, and they just kind of this really huge creature.
Yeah, Rock is definitely stepping back from all of this.
Climb on if you trust me enough, and I shall swim you to the other side.
I think I'm going to briefly look at Red and be like, it's not going to eat us, right?
You don't need eating. Green only eats things that need eating.
Okay.
Also, there's only one of each of you, which means that, like, if we eat you, you're gone, which means that there's no one here, none of you here to protect anymore.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, well, so just climb up on the back.
Okay. Aisling will do that.
Red clambers on, no problem, completely trusting.
I think Eugene climbs on after Aisling, kind of awkwardly, trying not to.
I'll try and I'll hand a hand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rock will climb up equally, sort of awkwardly, not really knowing where you're supposed to or not supposed to put your hands or feet. So just sort of being a bit like, I'm standing on a live thing. This is weird.
I'm assuming the back of this crocodile is like rock solid, though, right?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Like standing, it's actually very familiar to when you stood on the back of Ivanhoe.
Oh, cool. Okay.
In fact, it's easier because there are no wings flapping. And
Eugene, do not jump off.
Well, we're not in the sky, right? It'll be fine. I mean, I'm not going to jump off.
I like that. That's the thing. Like, why would I jump off? We're on land.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
Eugene's secretly an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
The greatest fear is actually that people are going to figure it out.
Ooh. Plot twist.
Green gently sloshes back into the marshy water and
Oh, so we're going right through, not around. Okay.
swim around, and like kind of they hold themselves very high so that you are out of the water. But you kind of looking around. I think Aisling, with your mapping skills, you're like, this is definitely the best way to do this because this would have taken a good day to walk around all this water.
Okay. I am sort of trying to keep track in my head and occasionally in my notebook of like key things or key like shapes of trees or something we're going past, just so I can get an idea of the direction we're going in.
Amazing. How are all three of you feeling at the moment?
I think Aisling's not feeling too bad. I think she's kind of enjoying that everything's very different and new.
I think Eugene's just trying to figure out where they are, what's going on. Brain is going 100 miles an hour, probably.
Yeah, I think Rock is probably quite anxious, actually. He doesn't like the idea that we don't know where we are, and given what happened last time we woke up somewhere that we didn't know, I think he is kind of waiting for the boot to fall kind of thing. He's literally waiting to find out what massive evil we're going to have to fight, or so he's just very anxious and very on edge about everything, but trying to just sort of see where it goes.
As you are kind of thinking across, all of you see what looks like almost again like a dragon-like creature, but with shorter front arms and quite powerful back legs, and it's kind of keeping pace with you all until it sees what you are on and kind of recognizes Green, and then it kind of changes its mind and kind of shifts back in through the.
Was it a dinosaur?
Looked like a dinosaur.
Holy
Looked
fuck.
like a small raptor of some kind.
It's lucky Charlie's not in this scene because she'd be screaming.
I know she'd be jumping off to run after it. I'm going to say to Red, was that another of your familiar friends?
Oh no, that is one of the creatures we are sworn to protect.
Good, okay.
That one bit me once, I think.
Oh, that's
That's
rude.
not very friendly.
It's nature.
Still rude.
Green in your head says, occasionally I have to cull their numbers. They are not the best
Oh.
tasting of the things I must eat.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't look very tasty, but who am I to judge? You should see some of the things Ashling eats.
Hey.
But some of those cheeses are disgusting.
Well, the things that I buy aren't too bad. The things I cook, now they're bad.
She says proudly.
It takes a special kind of self acknowledgement to know that your cooking is that bad.
You should see the food poisoning I create.
Oh, I felt it. Anyway.
It's actually really pleasant, ironically, despite the fact it's quite moist and things like that. It's a very gentle journey. It's not the fastest way like you've ever traveled, but it's very consistent, and you do have time. Not that any of you need it, to take a short rest and just kind of take stock of where you are and have a conversation about what's going on and ask Red and Green any questions you have at the moment.
So many questions. I think I would just probably ask Green the same thing and just say, do you know roughly how long you've been here? So, is there a way of telling time in this enclosure? Because it seems to continuously be a sort of dusk.
Yeah, the light hasn't actually changed much.
That is, unfortunately, a result of us not being able to enter the shrine. But everything is still growing, and everything is moving on. I would say I know little of your kind, but I did know humans when this first started.
Oh.
Has been maybe 8 of their generations,
Oh,
maybe more.
that's quite a lot of them.
Unfortunately, we familiars don't have the same concept of time that you do.
No, I fully understand that. Yes, no, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Red kind of tries to help at this point. There have been... The oldest of the elephants have died 3 or 4 times. That's always a sign.
Yes, no, that's very helpful.
There's elephants in here.
Green, were you here all this time, or?
I was a resident of the forest, like many of the familiars were, until we were needed for something else. And when my natural lifespan passed, the Allcaster kept me on as I am.
Oh, that's cool.
And do you remember things from your natural lifespan?
Mostly flavors and senses. I remember
not
that,
any events.
I remember the war. The forest was in
Yeah,
danger.
Red, you kind of mentioned there was like a cold thing involved. Do you want to elaborate on that one a wee bit?
We saw it once. I think Black saw it best. But she sees everything. She sees in the night. She's clever like that.
What did the cold thing look like?
Like a mountain that moved, but sharper.
Worried you were going to say that. Okay.
And were there others like it?
Oh yes, but not here. Elsewhere. I remember the humans talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's all making sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Allcaster said that they were dangerous and that we needed to do something desperate to try and save everybody.
Well, I have a funny feeling we got rid of one of them for you, so...
Oh, was they still around? Are they still out there?
Aha! Oh, there was one.
Turns out there are other sort of pockets of magic that are protecting or withholding things left over from long ago, and we happened to discover one, or it appeared, and one of what I suspect are those exact same things that you're talking about was still there and trying to get out.
What was the name of this place? Says Green.
What was it called?
Vesherin.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right, yeah.
Before
I
you
forgot it was
renamed
called
the,
Vesherin.
yeah, the island. It's
Yeah,
still
I
the
was
town
trying to
of
think of
Vesherin.
what it was
on-
before we renamed it.
Yeah.
The town of Vesherin on the island of Parshkik now.
Okay.
But I do not know for certain, but that name is familiar to us. I think at one time it was close to us.
Well, did you know that a lot of stuff has gone up now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
That is, I think, why the Allcaster kept this place.
Is this down?
I don't know.
Cool.
I sense the meaning behind your words, Ashling, and I do not know if this is up or down. For us,
Okay.
this simply is here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I think it's roughly around this time that you come to the other side of the marsh, and you kind of see there's like a drier woodland behind. It's looking like it's much easier for you to traverse. Please take care of Red. They will want to help, but they are not the greatest fighter.
They're very small and fluffy. We'll take care of Red.
And they say very loudly, and they have been very helpful already. So I feel like they have done their duty. They may accompany us, but I think they've been very helpful already.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful. Go with the forest, and all will be well.
Thank you, Green.
You love our friend that we met recently. Well, I say friend. I'm not sure he's a friend, but you'd love him. Just things like that.
Oh, you think the druids would absolutely adore this place? Like, every one of the druids you met probably would absolutely love this place.
Yep.
Green sloughs back into the water. There's a as they disappear and they slowly descend beneath.
Well, he's rather imposing.
But we just rode on the back of this very squat dragon in a swamp, and we didn't get eaten. How cool is that?
Well, that's because you didn't need to be eaten, says
Yeah,
Red.
but it's still cool.
You know, I think I'm going to use that going forward. If anything ever tries to eat us, I'm just going to tell it that we don't need to be eaten.
Yeah, let's try that. I bet that'll work great.
Yeah, that's it. We don't need to be.
No.
I think Red just kind of fixes Eugene with a look as to say, do they mean that or not?
It's best. I find it's best just to not question it and just go with it.
So Red starts. I think it's only about kind of you can see they're trying to struggle with this concept of time with you.
Oh yeah.
Just not
It's
long.
fine. We'll just go. I mean, I'm getting used to time just being a little off, really.
Time
So-
is a weird soup.
Oh, time
Really?
happens. It's just that because we've been around for so long, we don't really have a reference anymore.
Well, that's
Do you guys eat? You do,
Um,
don't you? Because you ate by the fire.
When we want to, it doesn't hurt us to do so.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, like, how hungry are we gonna be by the time we get there? That might be a good way to work it out.
Probably we'll probably want to make a break just to make sure that you are sated and
Yeah,
comfortable.
see, now you've mentioned it. Now I'm hungry. Well, speaking of time, the place where we found the cold one that we hopefully got rid of, that place was stopped in time because of the cold one's magic and stuff. Well, trying to keep it from getting out, and there were dragons. It's a very long story, but anyway, we saved the world. But yes, so time.
We have
is-
badges now.
So
I'm-
you're great heroes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Excellent.
Look, we have these badges, and we are.
Love the idea that you've gone to another country and possibly another world, and you're still flashing your badges from Cloud's Cairn around. I love that.
He asked. I'm showing irrefutable proof that we are obviously great heroes.
Excellent. I knew I found the right people. You must have been sent here purposefully to try and solve the problem. Maybe the Allcaster got you and you don't know it.
Do you know? That could very well be at this point.
Weirder shit has happened in like the last 48 hours. So
It kind of strolls along, and we're probably going on for about an hour, 2 hours, and then you eventually come to a glade. I think maybe this is a good place for you to have some dinner and then sleep. Do you need to sleep?
Well,
Do you
Aisling
feel
doesn't
tired?
sleep, but
oh yeah, good point.
Because otherwise you might be tired by the time we get there. And
Well, yes, no, I'm already a bit tired.
I will set up a barrier to stop things from getting in.
oh, you can do that.
Yes, it's one of the things that the Allcaster taught me. It's
That's
so that I
cool.
can keep hatchlings and things that need to survive safe.
Oh yes, think of us as your hatchlings. That's a very good idea.
No, I'm thinking of you as great heroes because you're going to make everything right. I'm
Oh,
certain
no.
of it.
I mean, we're going to try, but see, this is why we shouldn't big ourselves up so much, because then there's
Well-
a lot of expectation.
Green says trying is the most important thing.
Okay,
Absolutely.
we can do that.
And we will try, definitely. That much.
Yeah.
So it already we've achieved that really by trying. Anyway, just a quick one more question. Your Allcaster, has he ever had any other names that you know of?
Oh, probably.
Do you
That-
know any of them?
No. The Allcaster is very old.
I'm going to bet that it's probably Alocaster.
You think?
You watch as Red pulls out all these little stones and twigs and things, and you're not entirely certain how this is going to help, but they start putting them out around the campsite. And just at that point where Eugene, you're like, this is not how spells are cast. There's this
Oh,
boom, and like a soft sheen, and a little barrier pops up around all of you, which is invisible from the outside, but inside is calm and cool and comfortable, and the air is actually a little lighter.
I immediately try and touch it.
Your hand
Obvious.
passes through it.
That's very clever.
I mean, it's very, very helpful. I'm very glad we ran into you.
Also, if we get into really big trouble, he says, by rubbing dirt from his hands, I can teleport us back here.
Oh, that's
Oh.
even cooler.
But I kind of starts concentrating, but I still can't get this right. I'm kind of really
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Right, okay, mate. I don't sleep. Let's get working on it.
It's probably because all your power is being used for those other huge spells like this and teleporting. That's probably why.
Oh, this is just because I dream.
Hey,
I'm sorry, what?
It's Alakas, the Allcaster explained it to me. It's because I can dream myself around the veil.
Oh, the teleporting, you mean?
Yeah. But I can only go back to places that we rested. It's important. It's the way it works.
Obviously.
It's a quick save point.
Anyway, they kind of push their way into the bubble, and kind of start going through their satchel, just putting out odd things here and there. It kind of, you get to the point where you're watching him through the evening as you're kind of prepping your food and that. It's definitely pulling more things out of that satchel than it is big enough to hold.
I've got one like that.
But it's all twigs and stones and dead plants.
Just like mine.
And at one point, he does pull out. Just pull out like this bird's egg that has clearly not hatched, and he kind of like holds it up to the fire that you guys have set up, and kind of just see if he can see why.
I'm just watching Red because I'm obviously not going to sleep, so I'm just admiring the sort of stuff that they're doing.
We're just going to sit there unblinkingly watching them the entire night.
And Red doesn't sleep
Like,
either, but
Clockwork oranged my eyes open.
That's horrifying.
yeah. So Red doesn't sleep either, and just kind of spends most of their evening, and will answer any questions that you have. But it's mostly just going through things, and they explain probably to Aisling later that this is things that they have found that they just wanted to investigate further. To see if it was the bad things that did this, or whether there is a problem with the magic.
I'm totally going to try and help Red get a bigger spark when they go like this as well.
Doesn't
Don't know how I'm going to help them do that.
Let's have an
Just a pep talk.
intelligence.
Just like, you can do it.
Let's just intelligence arcana check.
Really?
Yeah. Magic theory, you know.
Mean. Eugene's asleep. That's an 8.
An 8. You have no idea how this
I don't know
red
what I'm
panda
doing.
uses magic.
I don't know how I do it, but I just wanted to hype them up a little bit.
You do roll high enough to realise that perhaps Eugene would have been the person to ask to do this.
Yeah, but Eugene needs to sleep. Cause Squishy
Cause
Why?
squishy.
can just be like, yeah, believe in yourself.
That's how it works, right?
Pep
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, a little pep talk.
Oh, amazing.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Your dreams be dreams. You have a very good night's sleep. At one point, you do feel like something tries to get into the bubble.
Oh, I will get the bedroll out, so we're all hanging out in our magic bedroll.
Nice. So you get a d6 to use the following day.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
Um,
Thank you, Skier.
Thank you, Skier.
Yeah, we have to give thanks at the altar of Skier every time.
Yeah, it's canon now. Skier is in fact a deity.
Will be by the end of this campaign, by the looks of it.
Oh, shit.
Something does try and get into the bubble at some point, but after it realizes it can't work its way through, it kind of stalks away.
Did things climb over it? Because I'm picturing a bunch of like
Yeah.
lizards climbing over it.
It's well, I think you're awake, so you see it's wolves. A pack of wolves.
Well, that's different to lizards. Chris.
I'm thinking tiny lizards. No, a pack of
No,
wolves.
A pack of wolves try and force their way
Just
into
a
the
bunch.
bubble.
Okay, but now what I'm picturing is that photo of a seagull on top of a bit of glass, but
Yep.
a wolf butt.
Yep. Sits on the
Okay.
top of there and just kind of scratching at it for a time. You see another one trying to push its way in and just doesn't work. And
Hi.
eventually they kind of give up. So clearly they can't get in, so they
I'm gonna
wander off.
gently touch their little paw pads occasionally. Like,
And that's why they stay longer than they were intending to, is because
Yeah, oh,
they're
yeah, oh,
like,
yeah.
that something happened. There must be something. It must be interesting.
In the
Everyone
meantime,
else is
poor
asleep. I
Red
can
is
do what I want.
shitting himself.
Actually, Red is completely chilled, like because Red knows the limits of their ability, and they're like, "No, it's fine."
everyone else is asleep. They've left me unattended. I'm gonna poke a wolf.
There's a point where you just rub its belly before it goes.
I think Charlie's coming through a bit too much. Method.
Now I'm imagining all of those pictures of like when cats sit on like glass tables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much that sort of
exactly
thing.
Aw.
The night passes for all of you, and you get a full night's rest. Not that anyone's using these spell slots or anything, but you can take a long rest.
Yay.
Actually, I think you had used some spells
Yeah,
the day before.
I did.
When,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You wake refreshed and all of you slightly more connected, which will kind of mark as the passing of your up to level 9.
That we were completely prepared
You
for.
were completely prepared for today, and we
And
weren't
don't
doing
worry
as the
about it.
countdown was reaching 5 minutes.
Don't worry about
5
it.
minutes? We were still looking at spells when there was 30 seconds to live.
Yeah.
I was still doing it when we were live.
I'm still not finished.
You wake up in the morning.
Goodness.
The bubble is still up, but it's nice and fresh and cool. That light is perpetual. You get the feeling that creatures probably just rest when they feel tired and ready for it.
It's like Finland.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I did actually.
Good.
You guys missed out on some wolves.
On
What?
someone?
There were wolves. There was one there, and then there's a little one there, and then there was a little one over here that had like slightly a brown fur. It was really soft, and then there was one over there as well.
They probably smelt us and wanted to see if we were worth hunting, and then they found the bubble. And
And you told them we don't need to be eaten, yes?
I mean, I think they figured it out for themselves. They couldn't get to us, so they wandered off.
Good, great.
Well, good to know that the spell works.
Oh yes, I wasn't worried. I've been using this spell for a very long time.
It was well good.
Aisling enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right. Well, once you've had some breakfast, we'll make it to the shrine. I think we'll be there less time than it took from the walking from the swamp to here.
Okay. Cool.
Good. Great.
You pack up your camp, get yourselves sorted, and set out. And this is a much nicer, like less dense part of the forest. It's actually loads of bluebells and snowdrops and things growing through the like the shrubbery and things like that. You see a number of rabbits at one point, kind of skimming through, being chased by one with 2 horns, which curl back.
Jackalope.
Bounces up, kind of looks at you all strangely, and then carries on pursuing the rabbits.
Oh, no jackalope.
Oh, they're not. They're very territorial. They don't like it when the rabbits come near their warrens.
Oh, really? Oh.
Fair enough. they're
They're
not
not
going
going
to
to start
that.
shit with us, right?
Oh no! They just chase them a bit and then come home.
Okay.
Come back.
That would
They're,
be
they're,
a disturbing image.
they are also vegetarian, but without the cheese.
Ugh, they're missing out.
Actually, so dismissive of vegetarians who don't eat cheese, obviously.
It's the only person she doesn't like, the lactose intolerant.
Or vegans.
Or vegans.
Or vegans. Yeah, sorry, guys.
It's actually quite a fresh and nice walk, and you come past those pillars that you saw earlier, and they do look like they're not very familiar, actually. And I don't
Yeah,
think
can we take a closer look at them?
make an
Yeah.
investigation check, please.
Can I help?
Yep.
Sort of look for minifigures and stuff. Do you want to roll with advantage, Eugene?
27 again.
Shit.
You do see like very familiar design to the inside of the grounds that led down to the strange box. Very similar design, much more worn, and it takes you a lot longer to kind of find what you're looking for. But you do find the remnants of 5 figures, the same 5 figures that you have seen before. On another one of them, you find the schools of magic etched,
Okay.
or what's left of their symbols. And on the third one, you find what looks like strange. One of them looks like a demon's head, but the horns are much longer and drip round. It's kind of obscured below that. But it does look like it was standing like this at some point, but something has kind of been shattered away from it. And it holds a long spear in its right hand.
Was that an engraving?
Yes, another engraving, like very much like the Magi in the Schools of Magic. So,
Okay.
on one of these pillars, but it's very badly worn, and between moss and just natural erosion, it's kind of worn away quite a lot. With that level of investigation, you would estimate that these could probably be about a millennia old.
Wow. Okay.
I think you guys give Eugene a chance to kind of have a good look around these, and Rock helps out and kind of points out some things that Eugene may have missed, and between the two of you, you get a good, thorough look at what's going on. Oh yes, I think when you point them out, I think they're supposed to be the Magi.
And this one here, that's kind of half. Who's that?
I'm not sure. Green might know, but I don't know if Green comes this close to the shrine.
Fair enough.
I'm going to draw a quick picture of what it looks like, just in case you bump into Green again, and I can show it to them.
I was going to say, I'm going to do the adventure thing, and I'm going to do an etching of it.
Oh, a little bit.
Rubbing.
Ooh,
Get
nice.
wax crayons out.
Yeah,
do a
get
rubbing.
that Crayola going.
No, I'm going to ask you to give me some crayons to do it, because I don't have any.
Oh, I have too many, so you can have some.
Just tip out the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
it's just
pile of crayons.
crumbs and crayons.
Cookies and
It's
bread.
what my school bag looked like when I was a kid.
Amazing.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's what my bag looks like now, to be honest.
I believe that too.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, you make some etching, so you can make a note of the fact that you have an etching of a strange horned creature, possibly a demon of some kind. When you indicate that you're ready to move on, Red kind of takes you on for another half an hour or so, and then he pulls short and then kind of looks at you. Over that ridge is the shrine. I'm frightened, and I don't want to go any closer
Why?
because the bad things are there.
Okay.
I think it's probably a good idea if you wait here.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
They look really grateful.
Did you want to wait for us, or did you want to go somewhere else you find safe? Like, what do you want to do?
I will climb that tree and wait for you there. And if you're successful and you need my help, come and find me. Or send Pocket. Pocket can always come and find me. Pocket will know where I am now.
Yes, if you could just keep an eye on sort of where we've come from in case anyone tries to sneak up on us, that would be very, very helpful.
I'll keep an eye out for those wolves, just in case they...
Yes, we could do with a guard on this direction.
Yeah.
Good luck, and I hope you get to get inside the temple.
Will you be joining us inside the temple?
If you manage to find your way in, and you wouldn't want to wait for me, I would love to come and see the Allcaster. I haven't seen the Allcaster for so long.
We'll see how it goes in here, shall we?
Oh, we'll try and let you know.
And they climb up a tree. It's not the graceful thing in the world. It's kind of a lot of back legs kicking off and things like that. But they manage to do get up, and then they wave you as you make your way down. You follow the rest of this kind of open area. Are you going stealthily?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can we creep
are we?
along from
Okay.
here so we can try and not be surprised by what we come across?
You get to the top of this ridge, and I'll have a stealth roll off of all of you. Stealth.
Oh, man. Ooh, yeah.
That's always good.
Okay.
Is it a group roll? Just out of interest.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll keep everyone close.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. What did
Asking for a
Eugene
friend.
get?
I got a 9.
9. It's respectable.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Close to
could
average.
be worse. It's not a natural 1. Ashley,
I got a 9. I had to use my skier D6 in order
Oh, I
to
forgot
get it.
about that. Damn.
you can use it now if you want to.
I'll save it.
Yeah.
Wait, you got it with using Skiers D6?
Uh-huh. And I rolled a 5 on her thing.
Oh.
Christ.
And Rock.
Okay. I got an unnatural 20.
Hail
Cool.
Satan.
Cool. Dirty 20. It is.
Thank the Lord.
Unfortunately, it's not a group check.
Damn.
Ow, piss.
Rock, you crest the hill first and you pull yourself in behind this rocky boulder that may or may not have been part of a building at some point. You cast your view down and you see what looks... The shrine is much bigger here. It is a huge kind of ziggurat of a shape with pillars all around it. Everything is massively overgrown with vines. And as you watch, I think because you've got used to the pulse of this place yet, you're looking for that pulse of life. They don't move like that. All of these vines just go...
Ugh. Ugh.
and
That,
they look-
that Foley work was deeply unpleasant.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So the energy is coming from the ziggurat.
No, this has nothing to do with the energy. This is something completely different. These vines react in a different way, and they all look quite dark, and they look like they're rotten,
Oh.
and they are covering everything. You can see that there is something
That's what
beautiful
sealed
beneath it.
the thing.
Yeah.
Can I see any creatures nearby?
You do not. Nothing that you can see that is visible apart from these vines. What you do hear coming up the path behind you are your two friends, kind of.
These dickheads.
And I mean, I would leave you, like, because it's not a complete failure, but it is louder than both of you intended. So what happens?
Ashling's found some stale bread. She's just like that.
What?
Eugene didn't know what the sound was, so was like, ah!
You make a good team.
Oh, what a well-oiled machine we are.
You don't see anything down there at this point. There is a little pathway that leads to the forecourt that will be beside the shrine.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to turn around, and I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to look at Aisling, like just give her that look.
Well, I
And
left
then-
you some.
And then I'm going to just go,
Ugh.
and I'm going to call her forward and ask her to have a look if she can see anything moving, because I know she's very good at the percepting.
Make a perception check.
I shall percept. I percept a 15.
15. You don't see any creatures. You do see the bodies of armed humans tied into the vines on the side of the ziggurat.
Tied into, or
Like, literally just tied into,
Okay.
like they've been there
so
for...
someone hasn't tied them into it. They've.
been
Does
enveloped
it look
in
more like they've been?
enveloped
by
by
the
the
vines?
vines. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And you see there's probably about 4 or 5 of those, and some of them have got plants growing out of like horrified expressions and
Oh.
things.
Are they just like skeletal now, or do they look younger than that?
Kind of on the heavily mummified, I would probably say,
Okay.
rather than skeletal.
Yep.
You can tell that they're mostly human. There's a couple of what may be elves and maybe dwarves in there as well, but
Am I the only one who sees this?
I mean, Rock just gave a cursory look. He didn't look this close at this, so you were actively looking for this, and you found those.
Oh, I don't think the vines are very nice. I don't think the vines are very nice.
Well, no, I think
Stage whisper, please.
I think they're what's kind of sealed the shrine. I think that's what's keeping them in there. But I don't see the bad things they were talking about.
They are also the things that have seemingly grabbed or whatevered a bunch of people. There's some bodies in there that have been like covered up. And
So
it's kind of, the vines are kind of coming out of places that they shouldn't. It's really unpleasant.
So are the vines the bad things?
I
I'm
don't
not sure
know,
what we're supposed
but
to
they
be looking
don't
for.
look great. It's not a respectful burial that these people have been given.
No, it doesn't sound like it. Well, I suppose we should try and get closer.
Oh God. Okay.
We've got to go down there to meet the Allcaster.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a good start.
Yeah, I don't want to end up as part of a pillar.
What do we get to do? Just sit here and wait?
No. We're big, brave heroes. Ugh. Okay.
Wait, okay. I have an idea.
What?
But if I die, I'm never going to forgive you. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Where'd it go? So this helps us how?
Because I'm going to go down and see if I can find out what's down there
Oh,
without
okay.
them being able to see us. And given you two and your enormous feet and noises, just
I have
wait
very
here.
dainty feet. They're just very solid.
Just shush. Yes, they are very dainty. Or hooves. Anyway, okay, and I'm going to try, and as quietly as I can, I'm going to try and get closer so that I can try and see if there's anything hiding nearby. I am invisible, and I just want to get a lay of the land so that I can give us any warning, potentially, or find a way that we can go round or something like that. So I'm looking for anyone who is a danger or a safer way to get to the thing.
So you make your way down this pathway, and it kind of comes out into this open area where there's bushes and like a bridge over what possibly used to be a stream. And beyond it, you can actually see what should be the entrance, and it's covered by these these tendrils of vines kind of wrapped around each other and creating like this really thick wall. You're kind of out the outer edge of this.
But no other creatures or anything at all?
No other creatures that you can see.
Can I see any other entrance to this shrine?
Nope, that looks like the one way in and one way out.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Or you kind of imagine from where you are that any other entrances are probably covered in this way.
Okay. I will make my way back.
As you do, you feel a vine grip your boot, tug, and you turn in horror and watch as just in front of the entrance, a tall, skeletal form starts pulling up and is immediately covered by vines and flora. It has sharp features and one big boiling red eye. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Cool.
Cool. Rock's
They're
invisible.
clearly a good guy. They're clearly a good guy.
Yeah, but I think you, Ashling and Eugene, can see this thing forming from where they are.
Well, I was going to say, as that's happening, I will.
You
Turn the back.
will have to wait to come back. I'm afraid.
Oh, well.
We're going to take a 10-minute break here. We'll be back at 5:10. It's gone on a little later than I normally would break, but we were having fun. So, yeah. Go and stretch and grab a drink and use whatever facilities you need to, and we will see you at 10 past.
Love you.
Wow. And we are back. You have to excuse us whilst we fiddle. Roll20 is causing a couple of people a few hiccups again, so it is no problem. But we're back. We hope you had a lovely break. You got to stretch and everything. Before the break, our brave adventurers have been travelling across what has been called the Temple of Life. A strange, self-contained set of environments and creatures that doesn't seem to really sort of be affected by time in the same way. Or maybe it's just been around so long that they don't understand time anymore. They have just departed from their strange little companion, a red panda called Red, and now Rock has been trying to find a way into the shrine where they are trying to meet the mysterious creator of this realm, the Allcaster. On his way back to tell his friends what has been going on, a vine reached out and grabbed his boot, and now a strange creature has appeared.
I hope the next temple is the temple of chill animals that don't do anything to you.
Hang on, Magic 8 Ball. Doesn't seem likely.
So what I was going to say is, as soon as I feel something grab my foot, telepathically Aisling and Eugene will receive a message from me that just says, "Oh crap, I found them."
You guys watch. Wayne, if you'd like to just drag Rock onto this bridge area here.
I think the vine is already doing that.
And what we'll say is, Eugene and Aisling, you'll be on the next turn that you'll come in.
Okay, so we're not on the map yet.
Not yet, no, but you will
Alright,
be
cool.
shortly.
That big vine thing doesn't look super cool.
No. So, Rock, that's your act. You kind of use telepathy to send Fing as your sort of surprise round. If that's okay. As going in, this creature reaches out its vines and pulls out two of those those mummified creatures that you saw before, and plonks them down beside it.
No.
They are also covered in these vines in the same way, kind of like holding themselves strangely.
That's not one.
Right. I think with that, we shall roll initiative.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. It's not bad for me either.
She feeling
Oh no, that's
spry.
good for me. Wow. Did my initiative modifier go up?
You're maybe. Did you
Mine
put your
didn't.
dex up or something? I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm just used to my own characters having minus.
Well, Rocky's one of the fastest characters you've ever played.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. Anyway,
So, I will roll first for the Vine Lord. Okay. Over 20.
Me,
You got over 20. What did you get?
21.
Nice.
Yeah.
15 to 20.
me. I got
Yeah.
19
Oh, hell
19.
yeah.
What's your dex modifier now?
plus 4.
+4.
Oh no, my dex is plus 2, but my initiative is plus 4.
+2. Yeah,
We've
that's
been
what I'm looking for.
spry today.
No, no.
Uh,
Weird, man. Weird.
that unfortunately only leaves Eugene
6.
as 6.
Oh.
Hey, you don't always want to be first.
No. Yeah, me, the tank, will go first.
Actually, the Vine Lord will go first.
How dare!
Um,
I got a 21.
so your first action as Eugene and Aisling is to get to the edge of this map.
Oh, yeah. Okay, do you want me to plop Aisling down somewhere, or...
In a minute.
Okay.
So this thing looks right at you, and you realise You kind of look down as he does, and you realise the whole floor is covered in these like thinner tendrils. So being invisible, unfortunately, did not help in this instance.
Oops.
It kind of pulsates in the middle, and what's left of its jaw opens up, and a shot of these spores head straight at you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh boy. Constitution saving. Oh, that's not very good. Oh lordy. That would be a 4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. So these three pods just kind of burst from its mouth and kind of explode in this noxious like gas cloud that kind of sweeps over you, and where from as you kind of are running down, you can actually see Rock's shape for a second, and you can hear him coughing as you take a big lungful of these strange spores.
Oh good.
Get some Last of Us realness with this.
Very much so.
Yeah.
God.
That is its first action, and that will bring Aisling. You can now place yourself on the map.
Okay, and that's my first action, right?
That is, yeah, that's your first go. Sorry, babe.
Where
sorry,
do you want
babe.
her to be?
At the bottom.
Just okay. So like there.
Yeah, just, oh, hang on. Just got to remember, I've got to jump over so everybody else can see our lovely map.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's been a few weeks. Can you tell?
I think you'll have to come a bit further up to be on the map, Aisling.
Yeah. What we'll do is you can move up to where the bridge is broken, just below Rock.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can move
Okay.
you to there. I think we'll just so the audience can see where you are.
And I'm just flicking between here
There
and
you go.
to see if I can see myself. Okay, cool.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that.
I think the our windows, our cameras are swapped over because at the moment I'm apparently playing Eugene.
Yeah, no, that's what we're doing for this one.
That's what we're doing.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Okay.
What? Sorry, guys.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Ah, the whole world moved.
I don't know how that happened.
New system, who dis?
Ah. See a
Order is
live edit.
restored.
Live edit.
And then, welcome to Behind the Curtain.
Haha. Yeah, I agree with Rooney. Let Charlie cast a fireball.
Well,
No.
Charlie can cast a
Yeah.
fireball when her character
Oh.
learns fireball.
Never,
Well, I haven't
never.
chosen what spell I'm adding to my roster yet. So.
Okay,
No,
excellent.
that's Eugene's flavor. That's Eugene's flavor.
So, right, just give myself some space here.
Okay, so what are we
Is
doing?
there a spell for a meteorite? Or...
Yes, there is actually.
Yeah.
The first of these creatures will shamble towards Aisling.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ooh.
And it will kind of these through the skin, or what's left of the skin, these spines kind of start growing out, and it flings them in your direction.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a
Don't
natural
say that.
20 for a
Don't say that.
25.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah.
I don't think you're being fair, Chris. That's not right.
No. I think that's very Christian of you.
Oh shoot.
Oh, come on.
Can I hellish rebuke this, please?
What's the range on Hellish Rebuke? But I think you can. You're within your
60
rate.
feet.
60
and
feet,
it's
yeah,
not
absolutely.
melee, it's just damage.
So you, well, first off, you can, but you take 19 points of piercing damage from these thorns.
Ouch.
And that is purely because I rolled really, really well.
Speak to your fucking manager.
Um,
All right. Well, I'm fully hellish rebuking that.
okay. So
Creature must make a dex saving throw, otherwise you take a bunch of damage.
it only rolled a 9 for its dex saving throw, so
Because I'm casting this at Warlock, so it's at 4th level.
4th level. Please
Yep.
go ahead.
Okay.
This feels
Give me
fair.
a minute. Okay. Find the right ones.
Cool.
It has a spell. Second. Okay. So. 2. 21 fire damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And they have to make a dex saving throw.
Well, they failed their dexterity. We did that first.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And they are immolated. There is
What-
absolutely nothing left of this creature as it explodes in a ball of fire.
Nice.
The one that Eugene would be proud of.
Amazing.
So,
I will sort of look back at Eugene and be like, did you see that?
I don't think I did. I'm not even on the map.
no, you probably saw this running up. I mean, you're having to use your action to dash, but
Did you just see like a of light or something?
Yeah.
12. Okay, cool. 8. The other one will throw something where it thinks Rock is, but it actually can't see Rock, so it does it with
Oh, yeah.
disadvantage. So that's an 8 to hit, which doesn't hit.
Thankfully not.
These spines just kind of fly past your general vicinity, and you're kind of dusting this strange spore off. Eugene, place yourself on the map around where Aisling is. You can move yourself left or right as much as you feel you
I'll
need
hang
to.
out with the cool kids.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you skip
Second
me?
Eugene.
No,
it's not the same
you're.
round.
This is the first action. You used yours to communicate with everybody.
Oh, it was that one. Okay, sorry. I thought this was the next round. Apologies.
The second Eugene turns up next to me, I will be like, I just eviscerated that thing in fire. You'd be so proud of me. Oh my god.
Oh,
Richard.
that's what that was. Oh,
Yeah, I did that.
There is a burning crater around
Mama.
And the smell of crispy burning skin.
here.
Nice.
Yeah, and wet vegetation.
That's another terrible Yankee Candle idea.
Oh my god, I love that. Crispy burning.
Nice. That makes it top of the round. The Vine Lord will go again.
Rude.
They will shamble up to exactly where Rock is, and they will make 2 attacks.
Can they effectively see Rock because of the weird little pressure plate vines?
Yep, they have blind sight around this area because of the way they've set it up. You are in their lair. The first one is a 22, and the second one's a dirty 20.
Yes, both hit.
This guy needs to calm down.
This is slashing damage. The first one is 7, and the second one is 10. So that's a total of 17 slashing damage.
Better than what I took. But I turned him into a crispy boy.
Somehow I don't think one of my attacks is going to do that to this guy, but
If you want, as a bonus action, you could have thrown your sword out, because that wouldn't affect your invisibility.
it's too late. I forgot that.
Okay. I'm saying retroactively, you can do that now if you wish.
Well, the thing is, that if I do it on this go anyway, it's my bonus action.
Okay,
so it's
fair
fine.
enough. Okay. That will be Ashling's go.
Oh, okay. So is it safe to say that I can assume what I'm seeing in front of me is Rock getting attacked, even though I can't see Rock?
You definitely see the form of Rock in this
Oh.
dust getting slammed.
Oh no.
Um,
Okay. In that case, I will. Yeah, I'll bonus action Hex Vine Lad.
Hex the Vine Lord.
Yep. And I'm gonna give him disadvantage on strength checks. Just checks.
Strength checks. Cool.
Yep. And then once he's hexed, I'm gonna blast him.
Go.
I can't
blast.
not say that like a fucking
I know.
Thank you,
Deep
Travis
South
Willingham.
prospector.
for ruining that for everybody ever. That's
Yup.
amazing.
Ruining? No.
No.
Enhancing. Blast him. That was a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Good. We were about to have a problem.
2023, the year that my players came spicy.
Don't threaten the DM.
Yeah, okay, I'll do my best. So that was 10 damage on the blast, and then another 4 damage necrotic from the hex.
Amazing. So 14 in total.
Yeah. I didn't know whether necrotic they were, for whatever reason, resistant to or whatever.
Some creatures are, so it's always nice to let me know.
Yeah.
Seems to damage him as normal.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Cool. Excellent. That will make it Rock's go.
Right. So, as my bonus action, I am going to draw my rapier and throw it in the air. And,
Awesome.
In one foul swoop, it will attack. So that will be, as part of the bonus action, that would be, unnatural 20 to hit.
Unnatural 20 to hit. A dirty 20 to hit will hit.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. That will be just 4 points of slashing damage.
4 points. Yep. 4 points is 4 points.
And then, hang on, I need to check something. Sorry. It's been a year.
It's been a year. I haven't played D&D
It's
all
last
year.
since I played.
That's how calendars
Okay,
work,
no,
right?
that's fine. Yeah, totally. So I need to just check something.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So I would like to cast between these guys here.
Mm-hmm.
If I cast with a 10-foot radius, will that get both of them?
It depends on what you're casting, but if it's a radius, I think it should get them from about there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I need them both to throw. Oh, actually, this is a question for you, Chris. Because of the fact that they're vines, are they organic material or are they inorganic material? Or...
I mean, you saw one of them go up very, very quickly when it was hit with fire. If that's
Okay,
that's what you're asking.
No, it's actually for. I'm going to cast Shatter in between them.
Okay. They would still count as a creature, so they wouldn't count as. It wouldn't be like using it on a Warforged, which we discussed before.
Yeah. Okay. So they need to make Constitution saving throw, both of them, please.
Yeah, no worries. Well, that's terrible. Start with a natural 20. It's just gone downhill from there. So the Vine Lord rolled an 11.
Nope.
And there's absolutely no way that they've got. Apparently, they've got higher. And the puppet rolled a 6.
So no. Okay, so they took 3d8 thunder damage.
Nice. Roll me some damage.
6, Yeah, 6 and 7 is 13,
Yep.
and 3, 16 points of thunder damage each.
Nice.
16 points of thunder damage. 34. Nice. Okay. They both take the damage. The puppet, the smaller sort of zombie thing, looks a little bloodied, quite badly damaged in several places. Kind of look at sort of the pieces of armor that are left are kind of just falling apart now. And that will make it the puppets go. And I think...
And obviously my visibility is dropped because I attacked.
they can definitely see you now. This one will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 run up to the newcomer. I know, right? And it kind of reaches into what's left of this kind of like spear, this ancient looking spear, which is actually not dissimilar to the one that Skia uses, actually, and will try and stab you with it. With a 15 to hit.
I will cast shield. I use my reaction to cast shield, so that doesn't.
So it skitters across this magical barrier that you bring up around yourself. It can't look frustrated. It has no personality left.
Shade. Get him.
Wow, kick him while they're down.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Okay, that's my bad. Apparently, they've got advantage against magical effects, so that's my bad. So moving forward, I will remember that.
Oh.
That will make it Eugene's go.
Okay. Wow, I think there's only one thing for it, really, isn't there?
Oh god.
Can Aisling run away?
Don't worry, I'm not going for the one that's near me. I was hoping to get them both, but it moved. I'd like to cast Fireball on the big one, but like behind it, so
it
that
doesn't
hit rock.
Yeah, I think you're getting good enough with Fireball now.
How terribly thoughtful of you.
Well, I'm casting it at 4th level, so I thought that was
It 22 to save.
damn. That is
Very
a fail.
fast. You think these sort of things would be slow, but they're actually really quick.
So half damage then.
Half of all the damage.
I
oh
mean,
my god, I love that.
it's still a fireball. It's still going to be a
That
lot
was
of damage.
so many dice.
I love that idea of the whole double handful of dice. I wish I had spells like that.
$34 points of damage.
30.
halved.
Is that halved? Is that already
Because
been
half
halved?
of
Half,
34.
Awesome, thank you. It moves really quickly, and you think, oh god, it's not hit as clearly as it should have done, but it still seems to take as much damage.
Hey.
It's super effective.
It's super effective.
Yeah. It's fire time, lads.
And you do notice some of the plants around, the vines around it are kind of like crackling and things like that, and you do hear this kind of shrill shriek. This feels very familiar. Like you've
Familiar
heard
to
something
what?
like it before. Good go. Do you want to move at all? Or are you okay? So it's looking it up for now.
I think I'll just stay there. My other option is hiding behind Aisling, but I think I'll just stay there.
Fair enough. Aisling is, of course, your tank.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whether she likes it or not.
By virtue of just having more hit points than everybody else. Hey, baby. Cool. Top of the round. The Vine Lord will... Rock, you are close enough to it. You notice that some of its wounds start to heal.
Oh.
it looks down at you. And it will make one attack against you, and a tendril lashes out towards the person that just threw a fireball
I
at
mean,
it.
yeah, fair enough.
Mhm.
So that is a 21 to hit Rock
Yes.
and a 27 to hit Eugene.
It's Eugene 3 times.
So we'll do the damage for Rock first, which is cool. 9 points of slashing damage as this claw
not
kind of
cool.
grates over you. And then Eugene, you take 7 points of slashing damage as this tendril reaches and kind of rips into you, and 3 points of poison damage. It's not poisonous, but you do kind of get the sort of venomous feel from the creature.
Spicy.
It will. What's it going to do? It's going to move away from the spot that fire, and it's just going to walk around Rock.
Ugh.
Nobody ignores Rock.
Well, it didn't.
no.
It hit you.
How dare it turn its back on me?
Ashley.
Yep. Despite this
Rock,
thing
you're
now
next.
looming. Oh wait, no shit! I've hexed it, so I'm gonna want to hit that, am I? Okay.
Yeah, you can
I'm
still. It's
gonna-
still at range for you. It is at the moment.
Yeah, but I was gonna hit the smaller guy, but I've not hexed that smaller guy, so I might as well get big lad. So I'm gonna firebolt big guy because they don't seem
Kill
to
it with
like
fire.
very much.
Kill it
Yeah,
with
literally.
fire.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do firebolt.
Yep.
Ooh. 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
We love to see it.
Yes.
Get him,
we-
Ashley.
Okay. All right, so that's 12 fire damage on that one.
It's super effective.
Yeah, it is.
It seems to burn. You can actually burn a hole clear through it, and it kind of looks at you angrily with that bright red eye.
You want to go?
So, do you want to move
that-
or anything?
I might give myself just a wee bit of distance. Move over here a little
Hey,
bit.
hey, wait, where you going?
Don't worry about it. You
Where
got
you going?
this. You got this. I'm just gonna go over here.
What about your old pal Eugene? With his super beefy armor class of 13.
Oh my god, that's such a small number.
I think as a revenge in the next campaign, Theo's coming back as a barbarian.
Yes.
It's going to make you all do the thinking and just be really hard to kill.
Oh. Yeah. So
amazing.
Ashley's okay over here.
Okay, Rock, it is your go.
The betrayal.
The betrayal is real. Nope.
Okay, I am going to, as my bonus action, I am going to yell out at Eugene and say, Eugene, try not get hit. And I will give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay.
I was
Nice.
so
So
inspiring.
you're about to do something. That was gonna hit me.
I did do something.
Think
That's what
fast.
bards do.
Just going to put your dancing sword on there for you, Wayne.
Oh, thank you. But I'm not going to use my dancing sword. So Rock is going to turn around and to the back of this creature that so rudely just wafted past him to face the others.
Ooh.
He is going to just say, "Would you and your creatures leave my friends alone? And I am going to, using the dragon's talk, the talk of dragon's favor, I am going to use my breath weapon. And I am going to fire my breath weapon to hit both of them. And I'm going to make it fire.
Amazing. And it's a physical effect, not a magical effect, so they do not get advantage on their...
Correct.
Aha!
It's versus... Is it Constitution? No, it's Dexterity, isn't it?
It's, Dex saving throw, yes.
So the Lord rolled an 18, and the puppet rolled a grand total of 7.
Aha.
Cool. Okay. So the puppet takes full damage, the Lord takes half.
Half damage, but if it's fire, I'll have to just add it up again.
What a shame.
So it is 4, and 5 is 9, and 8 is 17.
Yeah, that's right.
So it'll be 17 for the little guy.
It's 34 for the little guy, and he is immolated.
Bye!
And 17 for the Vine Lord.
Yep, because it's halved and then doubled again.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot to add the necrotic damage for my hex for the Vine Lord.
Do you want to add that quickly?
Can I do that now?
Yeah, of course you can.
Or is that cheeky?
No,
but
go
it's
for it.
Four necrotic.
4 necrotic. Cool. He is not looking happy.
And I'm going to skirt around him if I can.
Yeah, of course you can. You can move around him, like you have
Yeah.
to use your movement.
I'm going to skirt around him and stand between him and Eugene and literally just kind of stare at him down, having just burnt him so badly, and just literally sort of stand my ground because I'm just really pissed off with them all now.
Amazing. That will make it. Puppets are gone. Eugene, it is your go.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sort of sidestep sort of this way a bit, so I've got a clearer line of sight. And cast Fireball
Oh my god!
behind it.
I love it!
Trying not to hit Rock, obviously.
I love that Rock will just have to stand there and watch this backdrop of fire
Yeah.
appear.
Things make it a little toasty.
18
sure, why
to
not?
save.
Sorry?
18 to save.
Oh, that just does, yeah.
Is your fire purple as well? Or is it just
Yes.
fire?
Okay, let me do some math. Sorry, everyone.
No worries. This
there's a logic
fireball
test.
is sponsored. Actually, if you guys can see on the map at the moment, there is a little logo which belongs to Eightfold Press, who are the people that created this particular map, and they are really cool. So you can find them.
42.
42
Yo!
or 42.
Half, but then
But
doubled.
Yep.
Theo, describe your kill.
Yes, Theo!
Well, I think after he kind of warns Rock that it's going to get toasty, the big sort of purple portal that is familiar when Eugene starts casting spells opens kind of almost directly above this huge thing. I like to imagine he sort of looks up to face this huge fireball that comes down from.
Slams in his face.
Yeah.
You watch as the vines are peeled away and the brittle skeletal form of whatever this was once breaks down, and what's left is this very strange white glow of a humanoid figure, a spirit that's caught here as it falls. Who speaks Sylvan?
I think I do.
Me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do as well.
You hear it say, Father Snow, why do you forsake us?
Uh-oh.
And then it's gone.
Oh, was
think
that
I'm gonna-
why it was familiar?
Yeah.
I will sort of say to Eugene, like, did you hear that too, or am I going mental?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? What did it say?
Oh, it said, Father Snow, why have you forsaken us?
Father. Oh, God. Also, I was just about to kill it. Did you have to?
Well,
Eugene, that was
you didn't
so
let
cool.
me cast Fireball for so long.
Well, now you know
You did
why.
too. Two of them.
Fireball was off the cards
Look at
for
the
a
state
while.
of the place. I mean,
So good. It was so good because it was like, and it was like behind rock, and it was like, and everything was crispy, and then it was all just gone, and then you did it. It was great.
Yeah, it's a cool spell.
you should write stories out. Ashling, that was so beautifully put.
Oh, do you think? All right, cool.
You guys watch as this smouldering remnants of Eugene's spell seems to take hold in the tendrils of the vines and slowly smolder and pull through what's left of the nest this creature has created,
Ooh.
peeling
Very Zelda.
back and slowly destroying everything.
I am just going to say, if the forest catches on fire, Fulton's going to hate you.
Fulton's not
Only
here.
you can prevent forest fires, Eugene.
The temple slowly is released from the tendrils and the forestation, and it kind of below it you can see the moss that should be there and the plants that should have grown there. The natural ones that managed to survive through this are still untouched. And I think, Eugene, with your high arcana, you kind of get the sense that something has taken what's left of your spell and is just using it to clean up.
Nice.
Love that.
See, nothing was ruined. I didn't damage anything, Rock. It's fine.
This argument means less with the two smoking craters.
They're just craters of charcoal either side of us. Like, yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, as Eugene says, look, nothing's damaged. I'm just going to sort of kick a piece of burning wood out the way.
It's because of the clear opening, though. Nothing kind of spreads or anything like that, so it's all under control. You hear a now slightly familiar padding of feet as Red comes running down the hill with knives in each of their paws,
Oh,
and then kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, I saw the flames and I got frightened, so I was worried."
oh, babe. No,
Everything's
we
under control. It's fine.
You did it.
yeah, we flash fried them. They're gone.
Although we were very grateful that you had our backs because we were worried that there were things going to come from that direction, and we were busy facing this way fighting these things. So I appreciate that very much.
I was worried that the thing would eat you like it has other things. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, was it?
The humans that were stuck in it, how long have they been stuck in there?
As long as we've been here. The creature got them quite early. It's been dragging them around wherever it goes.
Ugh.
Oh, you mean it's new to this location?
Yeah, it came here when it realized. I think it realized that it could cut us off from the Allcaster.
Yes.
But I don't think the Allcaster let it in the shrine.
Well, we've crispied up a few of them, so, and it looks like a lot of the vines are burnt away. So look, you can actually see the thing now.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
What does it look like?
Very
It
impressive.
is, as I described before, a large white stone ziggurat covered in strange symbols. What languages do people speak?
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
The language of what a coincidence. I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sign Language, Imperial Standard,
Yeah.
All right.
and telepathy.
And I think it's Elvish, Sylvan, and Common for Eugene.
And Dwarvish, and Halfling.
Dwarvish and Halfling.
And I can read all of them. So
You can read all of them.
I can read them for filth.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what we're talking about, Rock.
That's a good
The
point.
language of
Rock can
sarcasm.
read better than any of us.
Fluent in that.
Yes, can I have sarcasm on my sheet as my main
Sass.
language?
I think you can add the language opening the library.
It's a 24-hour library for Rock.
You kind of do set upon these glyphs and these strange runes that don't look massively dissimilar to dwarvish runes that you've seen before, but they're much more intense, like primordial in a lot of regards. I think, although he doesn't know it, I think Eugene has seen Giant before. Most of the language is scrubbed off, but it's basically, they are naming conventions. They are elemental terms, like types of magic, and circles of druids are described on the side. It talks about the circles of dream who guard the night, the circles of fire who burn away the unwanted, the circle of the moon who know the touch of all creatures' minds, the circles of lands who can tease root and flower from even the deadest space, and the circle of rot, which make things pass when they need to.
Okay.
Okay, I will point this. I would like explain that to.
Well, I think.
Rock and Ashling.
Sorry, I think Aisling reads it to you, and then you can explain
Oh, okay.
what you know.
Yeah,
Sorry,
got you.
that's my going all over the place. You recognise it a giant, but Aisling can read it. So
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
got ya.
All right, cool. I'll read it out loud. I've no idea what the fuck I'm reading though. And
Yeah.
then Eugene, the smart one, can tell us what I just said.
Ashley reads it out. Eugene takes notes and makes sense of it, and Rock nods knowingly while glazing
Oh,
over.
yeah. That's our dynamic. You just found it.
Sounds about right. I'm just going to turn to Red and say, do we knock?
The doorway's open. You opened the door. And you can see that opening that you saw before, all the vines are there, and you can just see this dark tunnel going inside.
Yeah, didn't you hear the noise? It went. When all the vines burnt away.
Nerd.
Should we?
Hey, you got the reference, so who's the nerd?
Yeah, I know.
Should we tell the Allcaster we're coming, or I mean, it looks a little
I think
dark in there. I don't want to, intrude.
I think
We've
now
not been very quiet, so.
it was very loud. It was very impressive, but very loud.
Well, I mean,
Well, you're with one of Allcaster's familiars, and I think I can feel him in a way I haven't for a while.
Oh,
it's a
good.
good sign.
How's he
Right,
doing?
yeah.
Is he all right?
Well, I'm not dead, so he's alive. That's always a good
Cool. Cool.
sign. And I can feel him like I couldn't before, which means, and I think, and he kind of looks back over there, and you see like a large black jaguar, kind of pad to the top. I think the other familiars know as well, so that's a good
Oh,
sign.
that's black, isn't it?
Yes, that's black. She's
I see.
she's not always very friendly, so let her come to you.
Okay.
Oh, trust me, I had no intention to wander up to her. No. I'm fine. Anyway,
I did.
do you want to lead the way, Red?
Yeah. And he waddles over to the opening, and kind of like starts pulling at it and kind of turns and goes, "How do I look?"
Oh, allow me. I'll
Mwah.
prestidigitate any dust off his shirt and try and clean him up a bit.
Um,
I mean, it's the least we could do. You brought us here.
I feel very nervous. I don't know why I feel so nervous. They're really nice. and he steps into what you think is a tunnel. And as he passes the edge, it kind of ripples like water, and he disappears.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Before we step through, I'm just going to very quickly say to Eugene and Aisling, mainly to Eugene, to be fair. Do you think there's anything we should be aware of or prepared for? Any thoughts?
I have no idea.
Okay, just
Um,
checking.
Thoughts.
No thoughts.
Ready for anything?
Oh, good. Well, yes, that's very helpful. Right, come on then.
I'm not sure, but it seems like he's friendly, and all the bad stuff was out here, right? So I think we'll be okay.
Let's go! I walk through.
It feels like pushing your face against cold water. Just for a second, like that, breaking the skin of water, and then on the other side you're completely dry, but you are into air that is much more breathable for you. Actually, feels very open. Who follows her?
Oh, yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, Eugenia will follow.
It's actually big enough for both of you to step through at the same time. Just Aisling never waits.
No, as soon as she's gone, I'm sure we'll both just walk through.
What I will say, Aisling, is there is this rush of power
Ooh.
through your veins,
Ooh.
and you can feel Alabaster stirring. You feel more connected to the world than you have ever felt before.
Ooh.
You can't quite, because you don't understand what you're feeling, but you know that this is what being very powerful feels like being something more than human possibly feels like.
Ooh, I love it.
God, we'll never hear the end of it.
Rock and Eugene, you step through, and Eugene, for a second, you can see the weave of magic that connects everything, and it dies away, and it's kind of like these little lines that kind of throw everywhere, and you can almost read the words that you need to like touch spells that you can't even comprehend yet. Rock, you hear a beautiful, deep bass song, a rhythm that's like a heartbeat but has words to it, and it's just on the edge of your hearing all the time, and you know it's there all the time because you've experienced it, but it's louder than it has been for a long time.
I think Rock probably, if either of the other two sort of look at him, I think Rock is sort of has tears in his eyes, and is like, "Oh, the air in here is very dry."
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, totally. You can roll a deception or a persuasion depending on how you think Rock is reacting.
I don't think he really
I'm gonna-
believes they'll believe him, but you know.
I'm going to rename my insight check to
Rock
Rock's
check.
bullshit check. And that was a nat 20, so a 28.
Yeah, no, I
he's-
think you don't know why, but apparently Rock is suddenly feeling very emotional.
You are standing on a large stone causeway. It stretches on to a big platform. You can see the tops of these amazingly impossible large fir trees, ancient redwoods that people could build like a small town in the center of. The heart of this platform is a large circular gate of which there's magic flowing into and pulsing along the bridge at the same rhythm that you have seen all the way through.
It's another Stargate.
Sitting crouched over the gate is a huge form. The biggest thing you have seen since you saw Bitter Snow. woodland, shoulders so vast that they are cliffs, and you can actually see small birds nesting and building and climbing over. As you watch a stony, craggy skin, you can see a mountain goat clambering up. A large masked face of impossibly sized wood carved with these little tiny pale eyes that deep within the dark sockets look at you all. Red stumbles across in front of you a little bit and smiles and bows deeply. My friends, may I present the Wood Titan Allcaster. And that's where we're going to end today.
Okay, just a title.
Cool.
Amazing. We're back, everybody. It's 2023. Let's get
Hell yeah.
weird.
Let's get weird and gigantic and mountain goat based.
Yeah. So literally this thing is so vast that creatures have built their ecosystem on it.
Cool.
Well done, Eugene. First episode back, 2 fireballs in a row.
Yeah.
It's making up for lost time, aren't you, Thea?
Yeah.
Starting the year slowly.
This has been a lot of fun. I've been super excited to get back to this. Thank you, everybody who's come past and everybody who's stuck with us. Thank you so much, Dungeon Delves, for the raid. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so sweet of you. I really do. It really does touch us when people do that sort of thing for us. It's so sweet. I'm really happy to be back. I've really missed this. It's only been 4 weeks, something like that. But it's felt much longer.
4 times that we could have been playing D&D that we weren't playing D&D.
That we're not playing D&D.
Too many times.
Cool. We will pick up here next week. Just to let everybody know, we're here next week. Week after, we're unfortunately not. Some Other Heroes is going into the real world to help out with something. We'll actually give you some information about what we're up to next week for those of you who might be able to pop along and come and meet us in person if you haven't done so before.
Yeah, Norwich folks, stay tuned.
Norwich folks, stay tuned. So I guess all it is for us to all let people know if we have anything coming up or where you can find us. And we're going to start with Wayne, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, just again, thank you everybody for joining us, and for people who are joining us for the first time. It would be great if you could give us a follow and come back and see more, because we're building a really cool community and it'd be lovely to have you. So thank you again for coming along. Yeah, as I said, my name is Wayne. I'm a brand coach and a designer and a creative director, and you can find me on the socials at WayneFick01. Or if you would like to be kind and support my new venture, there is a new part of my company which I've just created, which is called Created by Wayne, which will be which will be creating more accessible and affordable templates for people to help people with their branding and design, particularly for artists and creators. So it would be amazing if you would come along to Created by Wayne and give me a follow on socials. And yeah, that would be amazing. It'd be lovely to see you there. And otherwise, yeah, just drop me a message anytime and we will see you next week.
Amazing. Theo, would you like to go second?
I would love to. I have once again been Theo, and a whole new year of being Theo. You can find me.
But this year, you're being really Theo.
Yeah,
Oh,
100% Theo, 100% more Theo.
That
I
sounds
don't know.
hot.
Oh my lord.
Um,
More Theo?
TheoBlueIllustration.com is where you can find my stuff, my illustrations, and that kind of thing. I don't really have a whole bunch going on right now because I am busy being a little hobbit and writing a graphic novel, which I can now say, because it's 2023, comes out next year.
Yay! That's awesome.
It's such a long time to wait, but it's going to be so worth it.
It's going to be worth it. And of course, we will keep plugging away at that as well. And as soon as you've got information to share, we will spread that with you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show you anything.
NDA,
but,
NDA.
yeah.
Because it's so amazing that those people are going to steal information.
Yeah.
True.
So yes, that is kind of taking up a lot of my time at the moment, but I still do have like my shop open on my website and that kind of stuff, and you can follow me on Instagram to keep up with things that I am allowed to show you.
Yay! We like things
Like
that
my
you can
cats.
show. The cats. Mostly
Yeah.
cats.
The
Lots.
cat's not
Yeah.
under NDA.
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh,
Speaking
Oh, look at this
speaking of which.
adorable little void.
Yes. Oh, I think she just stepped on the D4. Ooh.
Ooh, that's the worst one to step on.
No wonder she knows.
Oh, hope it wasn't a metal one.
It was. But she seems okay, so I think she's just making noise, to be fair. Charlie, would you like to go next whilst I just check to see if my cat's okay?
All my stuff's at charlievince.com. My Charlie spelt without an E because I want to be edgy. And I've also, in my shop, I've reopened some limited slots for custom character illustrations if folks wanted
cool.
any.
I mean, if you like the
I want
artwork
one.
around here,
There you
that's
go.
a good
Yeah.
indicator. Like,
Yeah, I did the artwork for our characters around
Uh,
us right now. So there's slots for portraits, so just shoulders up, or there's some full body slots as well. They're pretty reasonable prices. I'll draw cute, weird, creepy things.
Get one.
Yeah,
Do
get
it.
one.
do it now.
That's about it, really. All my socials are on there, and I do have a Twitch. I do occasionally draw things on Twitch. So if you wanted to come, give me a follow, and then you'll know when I'm doing that. Oh, and hi, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Hi,
Hi,
Charlie's
Charlie's
mum. We're back. We were in sync that
Yeah.
time.
the
Kinda.
first Charlie's Mum of the year. Mwah.
Amazing. Hi, Charlie's mum. We love you and hope you had fun today as well.
Oh, she's been loving it. I've been getting texts.
Cool. I guess that just leaves me. Is anything going with Pigeon at the moment, or is that just quiet? Until...
Still got the same sort of stuff at the moment. I haven't had the chance to update it in the new year yet. To be honest, the main reason is it's hard to take photos of new things that I paint because I take the photos outside and it's been a piece of shit outside lately. So
Yeah.
it's literally a
fair.
logistics reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Absolutely fair.
If it's not wet, it's dark. If it's not dark, it's windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that quite that lively a photo. Cool.
No, just blurred dungarees.
I guess that just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham. You can find most of my stuff at my website, chrismepham.com/links, which will take you through to all my socials. Or you can just find me on any socials at Chris Mepham RPG. I also occasionally stream, and I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that this year as soon as I
Yay.
figure it out, what I want to do. But keep news. As for some other heroes, we have got some stuff coming up. We're just figuring out logistics and things. As soon as we have news, we will let you know about upcoming events, including the return of Space at the Table, some new adventures this year, and who and what we'll be doing stuff with. So just give us a follow at Some Other Heroes wherever your media is socialed, and just keep an eye for upcoming events. That would be cool. Do drop past Dice and a Slice and Wicked Game. Let them know that how much we love them. And do drop in and where you can and see Makes of Fate as well, because they're lovely. We have been Some of the Heroes. This has been awesome fun. Really pleased to be back. We love you all to pieces. It's been a weird year so far in the TTRPG space, so please make sure that you're taking care of each other and being patient with one another. We love you all, and we will see you next week. Mwah.